Hello, welcome to Descent into Avernus, our Saints and Sinners game. We're back, D&D. It's been a while, quite a while actually.
Been a while.
Been a while.
Been a
Now
while.
we're copying Critical Role's in jokes as well.
Why not?
I don't even do anything critical role. So as expected, hi Goblin Cave, welcome in.
Hello.
It still feels weird.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? Mm-hmm.
So welcome in. So this is our 32nd episode of Saints and Sinners Descent into Avernus. Our D&D game based on the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, where we have a lot of strong morals and bits and pieces. You can help out the channel by donating. Donating by essentially every $1 or per 100 bits. Gives essentially a ever-increasing dice number. Only one person can have it at the moment, and that is Dell with a D8. So it starts with a D4, goes to D6, D8, D10, D12, and that's how it works.
Lorian has a D20 right now too.
Lauren has had that
Yeah.
D20 since about this time last year.
I get the
When it
feeling
really
that
counts.
you're gonna, it's gonna be like in this big epic moment, and he's gonna kill off one of our characters. With that D20.
No, we're protected by art
Hot armor?
armor.
No,
Art armor.
No.
Protected
No.
by art armor. Yeah.
doesn't work that way. Still in contact with the artist. We can always replace artwork. So the audio for this week is going to be a bit of everything.
Yes.
So we're going to have Syrinscape in the background at parts. We've also got Battle Bards and Tabletop
Battle
Audio.
Bards. Yes. So Roll20 has some. If you're using Roll20, they have some playlists from Battle Bards, Tabletop Audio, and Kevin MacLeod available for free. Just add to your playlists. I'm using some of those today.
I just closed the wrong Roll20 game. Hang on.
Yes, we're in. You need to open up this Roll20 game and keep this one open.
I
Wait.
closed the wrong one.
Are you playing two Roll20 games at the same time? Are you two timing us?
I was looking at the one for
Extinction Curse. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I often find myself looking at this game, just thinking, soon.
Soon.
If you've missed us, we've been offline learning Pathfinder 2 as we ramp up things for Extinction Curse. If you don't know what that is, it's a circus-based Pathfinder 2 game. We did our session 0 quite a while ago now, and it's up on YouTube. You can have a look at it. You can kind of get an idea of what characters are going to be, and yeah, we've got most of the character art in. It's looking really impressive. I'm really impressed. I'm really excited to start. I'm enjoying Pathfinder games, and I like the circus stuff because that's my background. So
I am also incredibly excited for this campaign. Just,
well, you get to
I
play.
think we're all pretty hyped.
we're all very hyped. We're all very hyped. It's going to be my first foray, apart from a very short-lived, in multiple senses of the word, short-lived run through the beginner box. Oh, by the way, Emi, sorry, I killed your wizard.
Oh, that's
He
fine.
died.
The old man died.
The-
Oh, rip.
They all
no, the
died.
old man. More specifically, the old
I was
man's stupid
stabilized.
actions single-handedly resulted in a TPK.
It is
So,
true.
like a typical old man.
Hell yeah.
I maintain that I was stabilized and in the water, so I would not have died.
True.
You're welcome,
Possibly.
by the way.
So we TPK'd them offline,
Yes.
learning Pathfinder. I was a bit more mean than I usually would for a longer running campaign, but hey, it's kind of also the wake up call that Pathfinder is a real dangerous system, and monsters can be really dangerous. And the other group we did it with that also complained about, hey, we're only first level, and yeah, they can, yeah. But that's Pathfinder. That's not this. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Emi, would you like to start us off with the character introductions?
I'm Emi Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emi. I play Eva, the human monk. And yes, today we are going to be doing something. I'm trying to remember what we did last session. I don't think I finished writing notes.
I will get you all caught up, don't you worry.
Okay.
That's good. Our notes are not really that good, generally speaking. MrLiveProducer.
No.
Hello, MrLiveProducer. I'll be playing your Totem Warrior Barbarian Ranger Burlock Unguard. And I too have no idea what I'm doing today because I've been spending the last how many months working in Call of Cthulhu because that's fun.
And that's starting soon. Which makes it even more stressful.
Coming to a channel near you.
Well,
Yes,
this
touch.
near you because it's this.
Oh,
channel.
coming to this channel.
This channel. With
Coming
our,
to a channel tangentially directly adjacent to you.
with our guest as well that's watching us. I'm wearing the Saints and Sinners merch. It does have the old logo, so it's got your channel logo on it.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit. Do I need to actually change that?
Doesn't have the TV.
I've got to change the old merch. I've got to redo it all. But yes, but this was our. I just remember that. Del.
Hi everyone, I'm Della. I'm playing Reservoir, your water genasi sorcerer. I feel like I remember what happened last time pretty well, and I'm excited to see what happens this time. So yeah. Last time we played, I had long hair. It's been a while.
I had hair last time we played.
Yeah.
God, it has been over a month.
I
Hasn't
mean,
it, since we
you
did Saint
still
Avernus?
do have some
The
hair.
last
It's just
session-
here.
The last session was the 11th of the 2nd, so it was
Over a month ago.
Over a month
Good
ago.
goddamn.
Damn.
That's insane.
And I have to say this, I missed Emi saying hello. I play Eva, the human monk. Oh,
Same.
brings me back home.
Well,
It's so lyrical.
What's it gonna be for? What's it? You have to have your Leshy Druid has to have a 2-syllable name, so it could be Dada the Leshy Druid.
Let's Leafy.
Doesn't work. Leafy. Oh, it's just Leafy.
Oh, that's their name?
I haven't bothered
would
changing
know.
it from the placeholder name, so I'm just gonna go with Leafy.
See, we would
All
know
right.
that if you put it in the group sheet.
I put it in the group sheet now, okay? It's there now.
I've been trying to guilt others into telling us more about them.
Yeah.
But
It hasn't worked.
How can you guilt me? I'm cute and innocent.
See.
I can try and guilt anyone.
Because it's fine. It's just disappointing is all.
Yeah.
It just would be so nice to get excited for all these characters, but if you just don't want to help us get excited for the game, then that's
I don't know everyone's backstory.
Did it work? Did the guilt work? I'm new at this. Didn't feel good.
I'm an old hat, but I don't care. Will.
Yeah. Hey everybody, my name
You're
is
the
Will.
GM. You don't get to have a character.
Yes, but I'm good at guild trips.
You get to have many.
Let's see. I'm Will. I play Ashe, the Fire Genasi Artificer, and yeah, I'm very excited to be back in the game today. We've had It's been like a month and a half. Well, no, almost like a month and a little bit more since we played. I'm really excited. I really like these characters. I really love them, and I hope that today you guys enjoy the show. So yeah.
My name is Karsh the Goblin, and I'm playing Warwick, the broken fighter. Broken not just as a fighter, but also as a human being. Somehow he's also a paladin. I just still don't understand that one. Yeah. Lorian.
All right, I am Lorian Ross, and I am your dungeon master for tonight. With my new Avernus-themed evil red lighting, I will be bringing us back into the realm of Beata, the first layer of hell. When last we left our heroes, Burlock the Dwarven Barbarian, Eva the Human Monk, Ashe the Genasi Artificer, Reservoir the Genasi Sorcerer, and Warwick, Human Paladin. The party, on a seemingly endless quest to search for a sacred relic, a sword of the Archangel Zariel, fallen, to help save the captured city of Elturel, a holy city where Reservoir was from, which had been dragged into hell and now sinks ever closer to the river Styx, its inhabitants seemingly condemned. Unearthing sinister plots and dark contracts dealt in secret, the party now, at the behest of the Archmage Mordenkainen, have retrieved a vial of blood. Not any blood, but the blood of the goddess Tiamat. Taken after some tense bargaining with her paladin, Archon the Cruel. Avoiding some sketchy characters on the way who perhaps may have wanted to use them for their own gains. And, finding allies in strange places with the celestial Hollyphont Lulu, a small elephant-like furred winged celestial, and Kashara, an imp disenfranchised with the rotten pyramid scheme that the 9 layers of hell is, who absconded from that system, said fuck it, and has decided to join the party as Burlock's familiar. Now, in their war machine, their second war machine, after the first one was unceremoniously destroyed by dragons, the party are ploughing their way through the blighted sands of Avernus, headed back for the Tower of where Mordenkainen makes his residence. So, as we resume, you guys have been traveling for a little while. The heat and the sand once again kicking up behind you as you brace yourselves, holding on individually to this metallic machine that is your vehicle. Blustering winds and tornadoes in the distant fireballs falling from the sky. It is almost strange that even after so little a time, these things no longer seem to faze you. What's another day of raining fireballs from the heavens, of the eternally sunset, fiery sky surrounding you in all directions on the horizon, the blackened clouds above, the distant rocky canyons, and the occasional distant explosion of a battle of some sorts. You skirt along the edges of the river Styx now. To your left, the dark river in the middle distance, flowing ever onwards as you proceed. So, who is helming the vehicle?
Good question.
It is.
Hang on, sir. We
Warwick,
still
right?
had a motorbike left, didn't we?
Yeah, it's attached to the
You
vehicle.
did.
And just to confirm, so
So-
we are on a scavenger again?
Yes, so the
Okay.
you currently took a scavenger, which is, for those, it is a kind of a large vehicle, almost like a large quad bike, with spiked wheels on the sides, equipped with harpoons on top. Not quite, and a wrecking ball at the back. Is that the right one? The wrecking ball?
No, we don't have the wrecking
ball.
ball.
Am I remembering that correctly?
Not this one.
It's one of the ones with the
which one?
claw.
Roll20 has opened up every single one of my tabs, so I'm having a difficult time navigating.
Because
Okay, it wasn't.
the
Right.
demon grinder had a wrecking ball, but
War machines.
our demon grinder got.
Machines. Scavenger. Yes, so no. The demon grinder is... Yeah, no, the scavenger has the grappling hook. That's right.
Yeah.
So swinging behind, not a wrecking ball like you may have been used to, but a grappling hook, which you remember when you first encountered these machines, you went on a mission to capture some Hezru and used a grappling machine on a vehicle much like this one to great effect, grabbing the fiend and dragging them along behind you.
It's like we got our original.
Oh yeah, and I forgot
Right
about
back.
There
that,
we
man.
go. Welcome
Be
back.
quiet. Be
Welcome
quiet.
back
Every
to
time.
Avernus.
I need to just... Every time. The deleted NPC
Drink.
rears his ugly head. Yep.
We're home.
Alright, so who is helming the scavenger, and who... Also, you have a... one of the Devil's Rides, a motorbike,
I
for lack of a
mean,
better
are
term.
we all gonna fit on the
Which you-
scavenger? Do I need? to
Yeah,
ride the
I
bike?
think didn't Ashe make a thing that we can like
We can hook the bike on.
attach the
Yes, we did.
rider or the
I
devil's
did.
ride to?
Because Ash rolled a 20.
She
on
did,
that one.
yes.
I
that's
remember.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled a natural 20 for like a 32 or something ridiculous. And yeah, so there is a little sort of a brace on the side of the vehicle which the devil's ride can be attached to and then deattached with a simple flick of a pull of a lever. So if you want, you could just sort of jump on, pull, and detach and go.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Wrong
lever.
Oh, is that Kashara just there? Wrong lever.
And are we on the same day that we recently left and had our disagreement with Smiler and stuff, or is this a new day?
This is the same day, but it is a few hours later. It's starting to get dark. Well, not dark. The sky never changes here, but by your own timekeeping, it's starting to approach the end of what you would consider an adventuring day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Getting a little
So
weird.
whoever is
Getting
helming,
sleepy.
whoever is helming, can you please make a perception check?
That would be me. $16.
Okay, 16. Easy enough. You scour the horizon, and you see now, just in the distance, a speck in the distance, a floating island, suspended above the river Styx. You reckon no more than maybe half a day's journey away from where you currently are. But at that stage, you'd probably not be able to get here before you're starting to get tired. So,
We got an island ahead.
Yeah. Not Elturel floating island, like a different.
No.
Okay.
yeah, you recall, you may recall, because it's been a long time, that Mordenkainen's tower, the black obelisk, the spire windowless, was situated on a plinth in the middle of the river Styx, but below a floating island, much bigger than Elturel, but a sort of a dark, this rocky outcropping. You couldn't see what was on top, but from below it just looked like a huge chunk of earth. Like, instead of Elturel being a simple city, this looked like, the size of a small county had been just ripped from the earth and was now floating there in the sky above the tower. And you now see that in the distance, and you know you're close.
Well, the tower wasn't always there. So is this the same one on the island, or shall we just go and see if we can jump the new car onto it, or new vehicle onto it?
Well,
Oh no, it's high in the air. It's
under
very
the
high in the
island
air.
is where the tower is, right?
Yeah.
Like under
Tower
the
is
island.
under the island, correct?
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
think we can get on there.
It's worth a try.
Though they
No,
have done similar things to other places too.
Yeah. Do we see a tower in the distance if it's only sometimes there and sometimes not?
You make another perception check, because it is far away, and there is sand and dust in your eyes. It makes it difficult.
Would help if I was on very good at this.
9. Can't quite make out. Just, it's blowing a gale, and every time you try and peer your eye, just a bit of grit or sand gets in. You have to kind of like blink and rub away like the tears from the hot sulfuric ash in the air.
Well, did we want to rest away from the tower if it's there, or
I
did we
think
want
resting
to get
away
closer?
from it is, in case it's not friendly, and let's face it, nothing's friendly around here. It might be a good idea just to find a nice place to rest, and then we'll have a look at tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And
Fair enough for me.
Smiler about He did keep on warning us to sleep lightly.
Yes. And if I remember correctly, I think the last time we left the tower, that was the night after was when someone tried to
Correct.
abscond with us.
A
Are you sure that was
duo
right?
of Yugoloths who had scouted you out while you were waiting for an audience with Mordenkainen, seemed to track you down during that day and ambush you while you were sleeping.
It's been a while. We just keep on being attacked by everybody anyway, so...
We never got an answer to why they tried to kidnap me.
I think someone wanted you.
Assume it's because they want what's in your head.
Or just your head.
I'm wanted.
Not in a friendly way.
Yeah.
It's not a cuddles and
At least not by
happiness
them.
way.
No, don't think so.
But seriously, why would they want your mother's recipe for drop scones?
Who doesn't?
Yeah, you got a point.
Chara pipes up. What's a drop scone?
I'll tell you about it.
It's a piece of food that when the young kids want, Mommy, I want some food, you drop it on them.
No. That's not how that works.
Sure. Works in my family.
Yeah, I don't think your family were good cooks.
No, I just didn't like people trying to take food all the time.
Anyway.
Are there any
Are we resting?
rocky outcroppings that we can sort of take cover
Yeah,
near?
Finding a place such as that is no difficult matter. In fact, you see something. You see like a selection of jagged, blackened obsidian spiking out from the ground. Solidified magma, it looks like, rising up in sort of spires that form this sort of weird shape, and you see a hollow beneath it, which would provide easy shelter.
Oh. Perfect.
Well, let's get some protections and some camping and some rest.
Let's rest us
Smiler's
up
going
just
to
a little
kill us.
bit. Smiler. Well, at least
Without issue, you find yourselves this cave empty. With a quick scour through, appears you are among the first, not maybe the first, but you are alone in this place, which is a good thing. So,
how large?
Assuming
is
you're setting
sort
up the
of
dome.
I am.
Mouth of cave, it's quite large. This is a large sort of jagged, almost like a hillock, but just made of this spiking up obsidian.
Okay, so
and it's big
couldn't-
enough that you can kind of like squeeze your vehicle through.
Okay.
Where it starts to get narrower in.
Would I just? I'm gonna try and find like the point at which I could sort of like stopper it, and hopefully like give us
with the dome.
Yeah, so that like if the others wanted to, they could, stretch their legs and go further in if they so desired.
Yeah.
But I have to stay
Sure
inside,
thing.
I believe.
Not difficult to do. It does kind of taper in fairly quickly. And there's little to suggest it goes much deeper unless, there's somewhere. It does get quite dark. Obsidian is very dark rock, and so without dark vision and without additional lighting, it soon becomes very difficult to see inside.
I think.
But you find a nice choke point. You set up the dome, and it plugs the entrance to the cave fairly nicely.
Home sweet home.
It's coming to be like that, isn't it?
I think I can actually make the interior dimly lit, so we can have some light inside the dome. But it's opaque from the outside, and it's black to sort of match the obsidian. So once you're outside, the light doesn't come through. Sorry.
Yeah. So from the dark and almost pitch black cave, you kind of find yourself wandering forward, and as the dome springs into life, you kind of flinch your eyes a second as there's a gentle, soft light on the inside, a slight azure blue kind of color, warm and cool, a cool, very pleasant interior as you set up your rest for the night.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
Anyone keeping watch?
Yes.
I believe so.
Oh, most
yes.
certainly.
I'll take first.
I'll take
Okay.
second.
I can take third.
does anyone
I'll
want to talk
take-
about Smiler and what happened?
I think that you perhaps, your trepidation perhaps saved us from making some very grave mistakes.
About a month worth of mistakes, maybe.
That's a lot of mistakes for us. We can make a
Well-
lot of mistakes in a month.
Yeah, well, it's been. Yeah, if we keep worrying about it, I think just have to keep an eye on it, then we should be fine.
And the
If
Warlord?
Smile can find us here, the thing that Smile can find us anywhere. So just as long as we keep an eye out, we should be fine.
I mean, he's only alone, so if anything,
I don't imagine that he'll come after us. I mean, I doubt he was pleased with us, but if he wanted to
No,
try
he's
and
not.
hurt us, then he could have.
But the others, like his former crew, they seem to give the idea that he's not going to come after us personally. He's going to hire someone, give them the same sob story he tried to give us, to then have them come after us.
Yeah, but
So
what
you
will he
couldn't-
gain from coming after us?
Revenge.
Honestly, I don't think there are a lot of people like us down here that would fall for a sob story. I think that they're probably more motivated by other things that it doesn't appear that he has anymore.
I mean, it's fair enough. Whatever happens, happens. Playing it by ear is mostly our style, anyways. So I don't
Yes, I've
think that
noticed that.
he'd do anything.
We have a style.
Well, we definitely
Oh.
don't have a plan, that's for sure.
That's true.
The way I like it. You have the plan,
I'm-
then I throw out the plan, I just attack the bad guys. I like this plan.
It's hard to have a plan with so little information.
Exactly. Playing it by ear, as we always do. But we're alive so far. So if anything, at least we got something done, right? Tomorrow we just take this blood. We finally get the location. Finally help our little elephant friend, and then we finish our job, and then we go home safely, and then we do whatever happens next. Yes.
The Red Knight would not be
Sir.
pleased about this lack of plan.
So once we get the sword, we're using the sword to destroy the companion, isn't it?
I believe that was the plan. Or rather, I thought we were just trying to. I thought we
Remember,
were trying
no plan, just ideas and concepts. Winging it.
ideas, concepts. All of it's intangible, however. Little, come here. I just kind of point towards Lulu. Come here.
Yeah, hi.
Tomorrow is finally the day where we're gonna actually get something done. Did you want us to do anything specific? Is your memory being jogged? Is that what we're doing here? What we're trying to do,
So-
at least.
I mean, I seem to remember that Mordenkainen, he said he'd help us divine the location of... Because I remember in the dream, there was the dream and the vision where we saw Zariel and her two right-hand paladins, Olyanthus and Haraman. And they were... Olyanthus surrendered himself to hell with Zariel. Olyanthus refused, but was then resurrected against his will in servitude. I think what I did remember is that they might know the location of the sword, and so the sword was hidden. But if we could find them instead of just finding the sword, then they could lead us to it. I think that's what I remember.
One of them was turned, so let's not find the one that was turned because that's not a good thing.
I mean,
They're both turned, just one against his will.
doesn't sound like
Still
either
not
one
a
wants
good
to
thing.
talk. If anything, we have to prepare for battle once again, but hopefully we can find the one that's not turned. Or rather, hopefully we can find the one that, didn't want to be.
But wouldn't
Yeah,
that
I
be...
think the one who was turned against the will might, if we say please, might actually not be turned. But anyway,
Well,
I'm
but
sleepy.
There is a third option, but I don't know if it's any better.
Wait,
They're
so
all
why
bad.
were we
Shoot,
using a middleman? Why didn't we just divine the location of the sword ourselves?
because it doesn't work.
it
Doesn't
resisted traditional methods of divining.
The sword itself is... What is the word?
It's hidden.
Hidden, yes. I was going to say unscribable, but yes, hidden.
It's part of the magic
possible that
used to
it's-
protect
yes.
it.
It almost, I don't know, some of it reminds me of what I've been doing for you, Lulu, in sort of concealing that you're, concealing that you're celestial, and that once I do it for so long, it sort of becomes permanent. Perhaps it's got something of that nature on it.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of, you study a lot of magic, but I'm sure there's things that maybe don't fit into what you might find in a book.
But
Maybe,
books are
I don't know.
important. Like, books have all knowledge, don't they?
Well, that's
No,
the
they
thing.
don't. There have
all
been
knowledge.
plenty of.
I mean,
There-
There's
Kinda.
plenty of knowledge that's been passed down verbally as opposed to through written text.
And they should be written down into a book.
And here's the thing: sometimes there are mysteries out there that are yet unanswered. Even with everything we know, there are plenty of things that we don't. And it's nearly impossible to consume all of the knowledge that is in the universe. I mean, you could spend a lifetime reading books and still not come across the one that you need.
I mean, I'm not advocating for the Great Library. That place was an atrocity, but
I mean, that's why most liches end up the way they are. Not enough knowledge for one lifetime. So they extend it. It's funny what you do remember.
oh well. We don't really have a plan. We have ideas.
and we have a nice, comfortable dome to sleep in. So I don't know about you guys, but I would suggest we get good sleep while we got the opportunity.
Rest up while we can. If anything, just make sure that we are ready for what we need to do tomorrow, at least. Not today. Today is just today.
Or when we're attacked tonight.
Oh, if that
If it is-
happens as well.
Well,
Well, that's why we're keeping an eye out.
don't jinx it.
It's hell. I think.
Okay.
I think everything's against us here. I think this is where Bashaba likes to play.
Who?
Oh,
Goddess of luck. Bad luck.
Okay. Alright. For the sake of expediency, the night
We're all
goes
dead.
off without a hitch.
Yay!
Your watches are uneventful, and you wake in the morning fully refreshed.
it's bad when your DM says, for the sake of experience, he's like, oh, fudge.
So that I can try and kill you later, we're just gonna speed things up.
There's more interesting things at the other end.
Yeah.
More interesting things to kill you with.
Okay, so we get
Okay.
our full hit points back. Wow, this is novel.
I will cast Magic Aura on Lulu in the morning.
Perfect.
I has all
Strike
my
off that spell slot.
rages.
I am doing, and I will keep track. This is the 3rd day that I have done it.
Okay. Does it have to be every day?
I believe so. I think it has to be 30 days in a row. Let me double check.
Okay. Good to know.
Every day for 30 days. Yes.
Okay.
So
3
if I
days,
miss a day,
20.
I gotta start over.
That's what I was-
27 more
that's
to
what I was
go.
asking.
If you miss a day, we're going to be attacked because they're going, oh, there it is. And then
That's
Ooh, a celestial.
27 more days of one less second level spell slot.
Yeah. But here's the thing, like, you know, if I miss a day, I can always restart the 30 days. It's just so that I don't have to use up the spell slot anymore. But when it comes down to it, I'm okay with using up the spell slot because it seems like it might be for the better.
and it stops us being attacked.
Okay.
Yeah.
After a breakfast of disappointing and tasteless food, once more your rations blighted somewhat by the evil energy of this plane. Once more you power up your scavenger and set off in the direction of the floating island and the tower that sits beneath it. You drive for a few hours, and as you approach, you now see the tower rising into view. The black obsidian spire, 2 prongs at its helm with the electricity sparking between its 2 peaks. But there's a strange... You get a strange feeling looking at the tower from the distance. Something's off.
This was modern kind of style that we were
And it takes...
going towards, right?
It is.
Oh.
It's the very same. You recognize it. But curiously, there is the open space where the Yugoloths and other fiends would gather for mercenary work is empty. And you see the entrance to the tower is just open. But before it was sealed shut until passage was allowed in for someone. Here, now, it just lies completely ajar. Free for anyone to wander in or out. That strikes you as strange.
This strikes me as strange.
Yes, it's quite concerning.
I mean, what was he? He was some kind of Arch Mage or Arch Wizard. Most of those people, you know, open doors don't mean anything to them. I mean, the strangest thing is that people aren't asking for favors. So maybe we should
Can
be
we
on
see if
edge.
there's any like footprints or anything going in and out of the
Does
tower?
it appear to
Like-
have been forced open?
I'm gonna look up at the island.
I mean, anyone who wants to, you're still approaching. You've not quite got there yet. But by all means, make a perception check.
Yes,
Oh,
The
yeah.
footprints will have to wait, but Ava, make a perception check for the island.
Oof. It's an
Welcome
island.
back to D&D 50, everybody.
It's a fucking rock in the sky. What more? I don't know. What could that have to do with anything?
That's a big rock.
I don't know. When you say that there appears to be something strange about it, is there anything, like, knowing that a wizard normally lives here, is there anything that strikes me as, like, magically different? Or, like, is there a spell affecting it?
It's you're with from where you are now. It's hard to tell, but there's it's more like there's a light, like the lights that were there are gone, and it's just a feeling, a nagging feeling that you can't quite place.
Maybe this is
Because
what
you,
it looks
you
like.
recall the doorway. It's not a door that could be forced open. It was
Yeah.
simply a blank slate, and then suddenly a hole opened as the door, and then closed again as a blank slate. So the fact that that is just left open is
I mean,
odd.
could it be that this is what it looks like when he's not around? But I thought it would just
And
not
also,
be
when he's not
there.
around,
Wait, is this a
you
mimic?
saw it teleport away.
Yeah.
Is this a hell-sized mimic that just thought it'd take its place just in case?
Oh God, that's a terrible
That's terrifying
thing
and
to
also
consider.
a horrible,
don't-
horrible
Quickly
thing.
writes that down.
DM will remember this.
Mimic.
A wizard's
Actually-
tower is actually a mimic. It's something
It's
he
called a
created.
mimic colony. It's in Tasha's.
There's actually an
Oh.
adventure about this.
Disgusting.
Really?
And-
Oh,
Yeah.
ew. I hate it.
Um, I mean, there's no time like the present. I know we're suspicious, but we should probably just go in. I mean,
We're always suspicious.
Everything.
exactly. If we're suspicious of everything, then might as well just, face the music and just trying to go in, right?
Right.
It seems to be
That's
our
Approach the
style.
base.
Said,
It's all
I'm
about
not-
optimism here, right? We're supposed to be optimistic, right?
That's the
Optimism.
spirit.
We have
Exactly.
You know
had,
what?
we've had
Anyways,
some religious experiences
Dwarf, you go
recently.
first. Dwarf, you go first. Let's see what happens.
Well,
You reach the base of the tower. Park up your vehicle and step out. Oh, you lost Emi.
Assume she'll be back.
Okay.
Yes, camera.
You arrive at the base of the tower and you step out and start to proceed towards. And now you see the footprints are leading in and out, but their things look like they're being dragged. Like marks in the sand of something heavy being dragged,
If I look at them,
leading
would I?
from the tower.
If I look at the tracks, would I find out if they're human shaped or if it's just been looted?
Make a survival check.
Okay, I think I'm good at those. Oh yes, I'm very good at those.
Yeah, it is. Looking down, you see, caught on like a little bit of rock, you see a splinter of wood. And you see the footprints, not humanoid, but oddly shaped differently. Like fiendish footsteps of different kinds. You see insectoid-like ones, or other ones that look like paw prints. Some which look like the spiked feet of a reptilian creature. All kinds of mal-shaped, different weird figures, and what is clearly they've dragged something away from it, like a loot of sorts.
Nothing to lead me to believe this is our Mordenkainen. It's just a just them just ransacking and trying to. I assume they're not trying to help Mordenkainen move towers. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
I mean, that, well,
He
don't
would
get that
probably be able
impression.
to move it on his own.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, the question is it dragging into the tower or out of the tower?
With the 19, it was out. Away.
Mm.
Ransacked? Bandits? What is this?
Smiler. No, Smiler doesn't have the skill set
Smiler
to do
wouldn't
this.
be anything, right?
Now that I'm closer, is there can I try and see if there's anything arcane in nature that's affecting this tower,
Make a
or if it has become mundane somehow?
make an Arcana check. You kind of close your eyes and like try and sense the latent energy of the land around you. And you open your eyes and the tower always looked that saturated? You can't really think of a better word. It's like the crackling energy of the lightning is more vivid than you remember. Particularly here in this place where the dull yellow lighting kind of bathes everything in a very flat sense. Here it feels like the color is somewhat, ever so slightly exaggerated. That seems very strange. And it's not just the tower, but the landscape around you. The river, the sort of bubbling, flowing water of the lake once was a kind of dull red color, now crimson and bright. The cracked earth around you, like almost a painterly effect. Like an artist was liberal with too much color.
There's definitely something going on here. I'm not
This reservoir, is this
sure
something
what
to be
it is.
concerned about?
I mean, I don't know. I can't tell what it is. I just...
Can I walk up to the tower, and can I see? I'm gonna see if I can cast Identify on it. See if anything's different with it.
You ritually or using a spell slot?
I'll use a spell slot. I think I do it fast instead of slow.
Okay.
This is probably a good idea here.
You cast the spell and nothing. Nothing happens. You sense no particular item or object. In fact, you have to, for the spell to work, you have to go up and sort of touch the tower. And now you're approaching, you kind of catch a glimpse inside, and you now see, much to perhaps to your suspicions, the inside has been ransacked. Books pulled off the shelves, claw marks scratched away, pulling apart bits of wood, searching. And you now, where you are, you hear a dull, distant thump coming from upstairs.
I don't think it's the tower.
Periodically.
But wait, you aren't recognizing anything magical about the tower? That's...
It's just it's something. It looks like it's
specifically Identify gave you nothing.
Kashara, can you quickly go invisible and go upstairs and see what that knocking is?
Yeah, sure.
Be safe.
Just give us.
She
Be safe and be careful.
disappears and starts to fly in. And the second she goes in, where are you watching her from? Are you staying back?
I'm staying back just because I hear a thudding. I want to get some information about what I potentially be going into first.
Okay. Kind of what you all kind of stand back and watch from a distance as she flies in and then disappears. And a moment later, you see a figure appear in the ruined bottom floor of the tower. You see the Arcanoloth, the jackal-headed, purple-robed individual who had greeted you when you first visited this tower, just appear in the middle of the bottom floor and start talking. And from your distance, you can't hear what they're saying, but you see that very clearly.
It's not a direct attack. It's a talk.
And
There's no-
Kashara's still invisible, right?
Yeah, I sent her in as invisible.
We should go up and see what's going on.
I think we should.
Yep, no plan. Let's go.
Ava's gonna.
As you kind of start walking towards it, Kashara appears before you, and noticeably, the Arcanoloth is still there, still talking. And Kashara appears. This is better. Better you just have a look.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Lets you pass.
Thank you for that, Kashara. I know it's dangerous.
I prefer not to,
Appreciate
but
it.
okay.
Okay. Ava's just gonna go walk up, you know.
Yeah.
Walk ups, goes to the door, backing up Ava.
Yeah, same. Sticking close.
Should we knock?
There's no door to knock on. There's just an
Yeah.
empty hole into the
Knock,
Call,
knock.
Call out, knock,
As-
knock.
But is he looking out when he's
At
talking?
this point, by the time you reach the tower, disappears.
I mean, what if we like step inside?
Not looters.
Do you-
just
Do you step inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
The second your foot passes the threshold, appears again. And now you hear the voice ring loud and true. Date of casting, Elliot 10-1494 DR. If you are seeing this programmed illusion, know that both myself and the Archmage Mordenkainen are either in dire mortal peril or, God's forbid, dead. Time is of the essence, so I will be brief. As research partners, we've been dedicating our study to a strange structure that lies on the island you will have seen above the tower. We believe residing within this structure, is an existential threat to life as we know it on this and every plane of existence. Our research has been focused on containing it and attempting to find a way to understand and counteract it. Know that for every hour that passes in the wider multiverse, a day passes within the structure. At time of casting, Archmage Mordenkainen has been missing inside the structure for 2 days, which amounts to approximately 1 3/4 months in his relative time. On the desk, you will see a sand timer corresponding to 3 hours of local relative time. If it has run dry, then I too have been lost within. Should this come to pass, I implore your aid. Word has been sent to a number of powerful arcane circles, but their assistance and promptness cannot be relied upon. Every moment out here means hours of time for something fatal to happen to either one of us inside the structure. Our deaths would result in a loss of knowledge, the importance of which, for all of creation's continued safety, cannot be understated. A successful rescue attempt would of course be compensated with among the finest of our extensive collection of riches and magical items. Should you wish to undertake this mission, you will find an arcane teleportation circle 3 floors up that will take you to the island above. Look for the Sphere of Darkness and ask one of the residents inside to guide you to the mine. You'll find the entrance to the structure there. Within, use of the glow crystals will allow further passage inside. Finally, heed this warning above all else. Shun the light. The darkness is your ally. I repeat, shun the light. The darkness is your ally. I'll protect us all. And the illusion disappears.
Shit.
Yeah, shit, indeed.
What is the time? Can we see the timer?
You look around, and sure enough, the desk has been kicked over, and you see a sand timer on the ground that rolled into the corner.
It was probably.
Did it fall right side up? At least
It did not. It is on its side. And then once again, you hear the thumping from
So,
upstairs once again.
shall we go ask Tiamat if she can help find?
No.
Wait. Okay. Wait. If we
Wanna give
step
another
outside and step back in, does he appear and give the message again so that we can? Fuck,
If
that
you
was so
attempt
much
it-
information. Yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Once again,
I don't know if you just want to like paste it in chat, but I'm like Reservoir needs to hear that at least twice and is trying to memorize as much of it as
Okay,
possible.
okay.
As
let
a
me,
player, I was
let
going to
me-
get you to do it again just because it was so good.
I mean, I'm
was
happy to do it.
amazing.
I would honestly rather do it again because scattered
Do it again,
notes would
yeah.
be better. Yeah.
Do it again. Yeah.
The illusion appears once more. Date of casting, Eliant 10-1494 DR. If you are seeing this programmed illusion, know that both myself and the Archmage Mordenkainen are either in dire mortal peril or, God's forbid, dead. Time is of the essence, so I will be brief. As research partners, we've been dedicating our study to a strange structure that lies on the island you will have seen above the tower. We believe residing inside the structure is an existential threat to life as we know it, on this and every plane of existence. Our research has been focused on containing it and attempting to find a way to understand and counteract it. Know that for every hour that passes in the wider multiverse, a day passes within. At time of casting, Arch Mage Mordenkainen has been missing inside the structure for 2 days, which amounts to approximately 1 3/4 months in his relative time. On the desk you will see a sand timer corresponding to 3 hours of local relative time. If it has run dry, then I too have been lost within. Should this have come to pass, I implore your aid. Word has been sent to a number of powerful arcane circles, but their assistance and promptness cannot be relied upon. Every moment out here means hours of time for something fatal to happen to either one of us inside the structure. Our deaths would result in a loss of knowledge, the importance of which for all of creation's continued safety cannot be understated. A successful rescue attempt would of course be compensated with amongst the finest of our extensive collection of riches and magical items. Should you wish to undertake this mission, you will find an arcane teleportation circle 3 floors up that will take you to the island above. Look for the Sphere of Darkness and ask one of the residents inside to guide you to the mine. You will find the entrance to the structure there. Within, use of the glow crystals will allow further passage inside. Finally, heed this warning above all else. Shun the light. The darkness is your ally. I repeat, shun the light. The darkness is your ally. Io, protect us all.
Okay, we're all good.
Light.
I think we need to hear it one more time.
Io. Roll a religion check. Roll a religion check.
Oh,
Can do.
everybody?
22.
Yeah, no, we're good.
I know it. I'll roll it.
Can you spell it for me?
A-O, literally, the letter A, the letter O. This Arcanoloth invoked the name of Ao, the supreme deity of the entire pantheon. Everything in creation is under him. He is God above gods, creator of all in this reality.
All right. 3 hours.
And has no
Right,
churches
so-
or
Do we remember
clergy.
what day it is?
He is completely unknown. With a 22, you would know. He's completely unknown. He has no worship. No one, he has no clerics. He offers none of his power. And the only reason people know of him is back in when the spell sundering happened, he had to step in to prevent a catastrophic reality breakdown when the spell sundering occurred. And that is the only reason people know of him, because he had to intervene to prevent calamity.
Right. And he said it was the 10th of Eliant, 1494 DR. Do we know what day it is now?
It's 1494.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Would I know? Because I
you
have a feat that does specifically knowing the dates.
You have keen mind.
I do.
Okay. It is
Agree.
currently Eliant 11.
Well, that means it's likely that it doesn't matter that the thing is turned over, because he said it was a 3-hour thing, and it's been at least a day. Well, assuming that, it's
So
more
it's
than
been
3
like
hours
a
in the morning.
month.
Would you say
well-
a 3-hour tour?
Yes, anywhere between about because 2 days was almost 2 months, so a little bit under or a little bit
Well,
over,
it
depending
was-
on when he left.
It was 1 hour outside is 1 day in.
Yes. Well, and then he said that Mordenkainen had begun for 2 days, likely now 3, which had been 1 3/4 months before, so now more probably like 2.5, something like that. Okay. Shit. And he didn't even. Where are we supposed to get the Glook?
I still think Tiamat's our best chance now. He's not here.
I mean,
No.
Didn't you? Well, rather, I don't want to deal with that Dragonborn again. Do you have another finger you can give? How about this one? All right. It doesn't matter which ones you can do, right? The biggest thing would be that this. Did you hear the recording? If this recording disappears, their Karloff is no longer alive. So they're still in there asking for help, nearly dead.
We should go.
I mean,
I mean, every second we dilly-dally here, then it's another what?
We're just people.
I just...
They're calling in
Yes.
powerful magicians. Like,
But I mean, think about it. If there won't be people of Elturel to save if what they say is true.
we won't be there to help anybody if we're dead.
If Mordenkainen
we
isn't here,
won't be alive if we're dead, and we might be if we don't help.
if we don't save Mordenkainen, then literally everything we've worked for will be for nothing.
Do we have a plan?
We do.
We do. Find this teleportation circle.
3 floors up, go to the sphere of darkness. Maybe we should look for the glow
is the
crystals
bang,
first
bang,
in case
bang
they're
still
here,
happening
because he didn't
upstairs?
say where they were.
Oh yeah.
DM?
You mentioned
bang,
something
bang,
about
bang
finding
still
a
happening
mine.
Oh yeah.
upstairs?
As you've been listening, the
Get a
banging
guide
has
to the
continued
mine.
periodically.
Has it been rhythmic, or has it just been like someone's like bang, bang, bang?
It's
Try
been like
again.
it's been an occasional doof, doof, and then a little bit. There'll be a break for a little bit, then again doof, doof, doof.
Okay, so it varies the amount of dwarfs. So
Yeah, it's not like perfectly rhythmic like a clock.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
it's
cool.
it's like it's yeah. There's breaks between.
It sounds like it's from in the tower though.
Yes, definitely. And it's faint. It's not like shattering. It's subtle. But given how quiet it is right now, you can definitely hear it.
And there is, if I look over at the table where that was pushed over with the oh gosh, I'm panicking as much as Reservoir right now. Yes, with the hourglass. Is there anything else that's on the floor, like papers maybe that might have more information that he left, or is it just like totally ransacked?
Around, and this place has been stripped dry. There is not a sheet of paper. There, you can certainly make an investigation check amongst the rubble and the sort of scratched up wood. But,
can I give an assist?
But yeah, by all means.
I put
Okay,
the
what
table back to where it should be and put the hourglass back on.
There are some books left, and you quickly sort of wander over and have a look at them, and it's basic geometry, botany, like things like like the beginnings of how to cast prestidigitation. It is the absolute anything of the only thing that's been left is stuff that is worthless.
I know how to cast this. Thank you. Right.
I'll take the presentation.
I'm gonna go upstairs. 3 floors up. Try to find this thing.
We should.
I will grab the other.
We should
Not prestidigitation. I don't need that, but I'll grab the geometry and botany. I don't know what might be useful.
Ashe, I think sticking together might be a thing.
Yes.
Well,
okay.
it's a photo of something. At least let me go look at it.
Did they
Hanging?
Lulu pipes up, say,
Well,
did they say that help might be arriving?
they did.
Actually,
I don't know
but
when.
time
Are
is
you
an
are you
essence
you
here.
going in?
I think we have to.
I mean, we are what? What are we? What are we?
Mortals about to die.
Mortals? Well, some people would call us heroes, I think.
I mean,
think
we were
the
mortals
heroes of
about
the
to die
stone go in,
yesterday
right?
as well.
Heroes are stupid people that go towards danger.
Wait,
Well-
that's who we are!
Have we not been that for the past
Welcome, Warwick.
however long
You're a
we've
hero.
been in hell?
Get up there.
How long have we been in hell?
I mean,
I
we're
don't know.
at this
The
point.
phrase plus ultra comes to mind, Warwick. Now get up there.
At this point, we've been foolishly optimistic. Why not stay that way? Come on.
Come on.
I've not
we
been
should-
optimistic this entire
I-
time.
We should at
I'm
least
not
go
playing
see what
No.
the
that game.
banging is.
Yes.
So I think it'd be best if I wait for see if help arrives. I don't know if the illusion runs out and then no one will know.
You can tell them how long we've been gone if
Alright.
the group arrives to
Kishara.
try and help.
Fine. Stay here, coward. Come on, let's go upstairs.
Kishara, Can you keep
Thank
an eye on
you.
Lily
She
for
looked
us,
she
or would
looked
you
visibly
Thank
stung
you.
by that.
Thank
What?
you. It's very helpful, Lulu.
Be careful, Lulu, as well.
Kashara, do you
I'm
want
just
to
gonna
stay
I'm
with
just gonna
Lulu
hide.
to
I'm just gonna be in the
protect,
vehicle.
Yes. Well,
or do you want to stay? Come with me.
yes. Stay hidden.
Ah.
Unless they appear
None
to
of
be
you have.
helpful.
Yeah. Kashara says, none of you can see through. If they say there's a sphere of darkness, can any of you see through darkness, like magical darkness?
I can't see through regular darkness.
Yeah, you might need me.
Yeah, I can see through dark and dim. I can't see through magical. So,
Yeah, devil's sight is what you're looking for.
Yep. all right, Kashara, we'd appreciate your
can-
help, but don't feel like you have to come. Okay? It's your choice.
I'll come. It's fine.
All right, thank you.
Like I
If
said,
you want,
worst that can happen to me is I just poof back to a demi-plane, so it's fine.
Lulu, I can leave an enemy with you. I mean, they can't talk like Kasara, so they won't be as good of company, but
Yeah, I'd
fight
appreciate
someone.
that. I appreciate that, yeah.
Yeah. I'll pop my little snake out and
Okay.
sort of let him.
An enemy kind of like curls up and around Lulu, almost like a tie or a scarf.
Mhm.
For Lulu, just kind of you hear once again in your heads just the echoing telepathy. Good
And
luck. Stay safe.
Be safe, Lulu. We'll be
I'm-
back.
I reach forward and give you Lulu a hug. 'Cause
I'm
hugs
gonna
always
mask.
fix everything.
I'm going to magic aura an enemy as well because I don't want them drawing any undue attention to Lulu because they are a celestial as well.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Right. And hopefully it'll be a day for you. If a day passes, just I'll have to bring them back another way. I won't be able. Well, I won't be able to cast magic aura on either of you if a day passes. Just be careful.
How long? Okay. Should we take the hourglass? No, the hourglass won't work because actually, would
Just
an
three-
hourglass be
3
useful
hours
for
is-
us?
If anyone knows what day it was, 3 hours will have already passed.
Would it be better for us to
so-
take the hourglass in so we know how long we've been in there for?
I don't know if that'd work.
I mean, I think it'll be easy. I think it'll do it relative to the time in there if we take the
Yeah.
hourglass in there.
That's what I mean. It's like
I mean, I know.
anyway, we're wasting time. Let's go.
Let's go see
Yes.
what this banging
Okay.
is first, I think.
I
At least
know.
go up a floor.
I just put the
Relatively
hourglass back to where it was. Hopefully, putting the one with the most sand at the bar instead of the least sand.
You set the timer once
No,
more.
put the most sand at the bottom. That way they know that time has passed. You know?
I mean, we have our two little friends here that are going to tell us.
I'll take you're the wizards here, so I'll take your leave of that one. You can.
It's fine.
That's
We could
just
just
it.
leave the timer here. I'd rather just leave the timer here because it could be a
I
catalyst for this.
was leaving it here.
Just go.
Just which
Yeah,
way?
leave it
That's-
here. Just the more sand on the bottom so that people who come know that more time has passed.
Let's go. Should we be
Okay.
sneaky?
Sneaky, yes.
I'm just gonna leave a note just to say when we win in.
All right.
Off to save Mordenkainen and send help.
No, well, I'm gonna put the exact date, or rather, the date I think it is, relative to my own body
And-
clock. Yeah. And then I'm gonna walk up to Lulu and say, "Sorry for calling you a coward. I'm trying to be nicer." And I'm gonna walk upstairs.
Aww.
See, you kind of hear like a stammer like.
I go upstairs to go.
Thank you.
We should
look for
we
some
should
stuff.
sneak upstairs.
You are a coward though, but it's okay. People are.
See if we can
I
hear
give
where this
Warwick a
banging
bit of
is coming
a
from.
Gibb slap across the top of the head.
Yeah. Can we sneak up towards the?
You have to wait till you're up the stairs to do it, but yeah.
I'll let them
Okay,
sneak in.
so
I'll do that.
are you being stealthy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, can I
I
have
will.
everyone roll a stealth check, please?
Gonna try. Mine's at disadvantage because I have scale mail. Oopsies.
The only thing I
Ah,
rolled.
yes, perfect.
Oh,
Well, you know,
what-
balanced out by Ava,
yeah, that's very true.
right?
I skip up the stairs.
That one's not balanced out by Ava.
Bum.
Overall,
Pretty
Not-
average.
yeah, I would average that out as to be good. That would average out to be good. So, as you kind of climb the stairs, you see the different floors now. Each of them equally as ransacked as the last. You see like tables turned over, door.
Oh,
Yeah.
the sound.
You know
is
what?
gone.
Nope, we cannot hear you.
Down, be gone.
Ash, did we lock up our vehicle?
Oh, it's locked. Don't worry. If anyone starts it, it actually ignites, and shall take them.
That will be funny. We're not
Well,
gonna
we'll
get to
be
see it.
there to look
But
at it.
Lulu's on the vehicle.
Well, she won't start
Okay,
it, I'm
hello?
sure. Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you
There
now.
we go.
Okay,
You're good.
All right, cool. Yeah, I accidentally just hit the shortcut to open a program which uses my audio, so it's just like
It cuts through.
We've all done that before.
If we see any books on our way up, I'm gonna have glance at them, just see what.
yeah,
Reservoir.
investigation check.
We don't steal from people that we're allied to, and we
That's-
don't loot from people that are not dead and that we didn't kill.
We do if it could help us in there, and I will happily give it back to them when we see them.
Exactly.
That's
Throw it
on
in the
your
bag.
side.
Throw it in the bag. Throw it in the bag.
Of course. Put in the bag, put in the bag, put in the bag, put in the bag.
Reservoir is being completely sincere, whether or not Ashe is.
Throw it in the bag.
Okay.
Just
You-
stuff.
Even with the 23, you do find some books, and you find a couple spell books. But it's it's stuff that it's polymorph. It's you see a couple of higher level spells. You see sunlight, sunbolt, or what's the spell called?
Wish.
Ray of sunlight, I think it's called. Not
I
wish.
think
No.
specifically looking for scrolls of any kind. That would be
Not if
Probably.
they're light related. I think it would be best to leave those here, given the warning. But
yes.
if there are non-light related scrolls, even if it is something
And
I know
there
like
are.
polymorph.
There are a few. There's well, let me roll. Let me
Maybe
roll
maybe
for
it's
it.
talk. Maybe it was like cryptic, and they're not talking about light as in like light, but light as in heavy light.
Darkness is your friend. I think the context means it was,
Hey, maybe just
which sucks because I cannot see in the dark either. Great. If there's a scroll of dark vision, that would be useful.
Well, judging by
know
what Rock said, we
anything
could be
about
darkness, like existential dread is our friend in this time. We have no idea.
I mean, I was filled with existential dread upon hearing that message. Does that count?
we
mean,
could have
darkness-
left.
Darkness is an old friend of ours, so
I'm sure
Right.
Tiamat could have helped.
As we
Shall we call in Tiamat?
I think that
No.
is unwise, Warwick.
as we got the levels,
If we're gonna
does
die,
the-
I'm gonna call in Tiamat.
does the banging get louder?
Slightly, yes, it does. Random magic scrolls generator.
If we're
You
gonna
roll-
die,
only because you rolled a natural 20,
and
so because that is good. So you would find. I wanted to reward that because you would find something.
if we all gonna die, just to save Mordekainen, I'm gonna
Okay.
call in Tiamat.
We're not
You
dying just
you
to save
find-
Mordenkainen. We are dying to save that information that could save
Okay.
literally every plane of existence, if they're to be believed.
Here are
And
the-
I'm not
here are the
disinclined to
scrolls you
believe
find.
them.
Here are the scrolls you find. You find second level protection from poison. You find a third level. You find a second level Shadow Blade spell scroll. You find a 4th level Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum spell scroll.
Signed.
And you find a 5th level Planar.
Is it signed by
You
himself?
find a 5th level. It doesn't appear to be, no.
Damn.
And you find a 5th level Planar Binding scroll.
Ooh, I like that one. Oh, that's not how you spell planar. That's
No,
really
it's
bad.
It's okay.
It's actually terrible. Oh my goodness.
It's okay. It's just broadcast on the internet.
Anyways, they took everything of value from this place. Holy.
That is, you know, with a natural 20, you have to really kind of like scour through and quickly. I mean, you're trying to be quick about it, but you manage to like find, just on the off chance you see a bit of like cupboard that's just been like bent to the side and like buckled inwards, and you see some scrolls sticking out of there that maybe people didn't have the chance to grab on their rush on their way out. So you quickly pick those up, and that's what you find.
And getting back to that conversation with Reservoir, if we're all going to die, because the message is say that we're saving the world, by not just saving them, but we're not just here to save their knowledge, because yay, but we're here to save the world, because that's what they're trying to stop. A world-ending event. Like, it's always going to be a world-ending event. So if there's going to be a world-ending event, wouldn't it be funniest if Tiamat was the one that saved the world?
We're not asking Tiamat for help.
You know what?
I mean,
If we are all dead and you are the one standing and you are our only hope and that is your only recourse, go ahead. That is not the situation right now.
Deal.
Right
I'll
now,
accept that.
that kind of unknown is not going to be helpful for us. I think the majority of us agree on that.
I don't understand. How are you so fond of Tiamat all of a sudden?
I'm not. But if we're going to put ourselves out there for a world-ending event again, well, we may as well use everything in our arsenal. This favor that is owed to us.
You're just like, oh, whatever's funny is, right?
I think it'd also be funniest to have such a evil deity
Let's just
save the
go.
world.
Can we just go? We're wasting time.
Can we? Let's find the source of the knocking first, at least.
Yeah.
It'll
We
be
need
the
to
thing
find the
that's going
one
to
who
kill us
knocks.
first.
You climb the levels, and you climb up, and you see now a more open section of the tower, an entire floor, just one room. In the middle, you see a glowing arcane sigil in the ground, and on the distant side of the room, where a barred set of doors are closed, presumably leading further up, you see 3 figures. You see 2 insectoid-like fiends, similar to the ones you fought on Elturel in the crypts. What are they called? Their name is hard to pronounce.
Mesoloth?
The Mesoloths. Mesoloths, yes. You see 2 of these Mesoloths, insectoid-like fiends with tridents, and they are commanding a third, from this angle, what looks to be a 4-legged dog-like creature, except its back is covered in plates of what look like wrought iron, and from this angle, it's hard to make out, but you don't see a head. And it is boom, 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 shoulder checking the door that leads further upwards into the tower. And
what
they do
level
not
is
appear
this
to have
on?
noticed you.
3rd.
This is the
How
3rd
would-
level.
how
You
would
see
Do we
the
see
magic circle right there before you.
Are we going further up, or are just to the teleport? Do we want to fight them, or just to the circle? Right. I'm all for just going to the circle. Sounds good.
We should sneak up.
I think we should fight them.
Hopefully they won't notice us.
Well,
Potentially,
They may be.
not be the greatest idea. Let's just go to the circle.
I mean, sure, if that's all you want, but I will remind you that our 2 little friends are down there. If they find them, then they're over, correct?
You're right. Shit. Okay.
We can go to the circle. It's fine. Whatever everyone wants to agree on. We have democracy.
Boo! Kreisa! Rulaya! You hear them kind of yell, and you just hear from this third creature.
I think.
Does it see us?
Not yet.
I think the
What language is
likelihood
that?
of them finding Lulu and an enemy, was it?
Yes. Yeah.
It's very, very low.
Sure. I mean, that's fine. I'm just.
You
They're
see
probably-
now.
They're probably
As
just
you've
gonna
been-
pillage the rest of the tower and then leave.
As you kind of debate this, one of them turns around and it sees you. It kind of points out. The other two
Point to
immediately
Ashe.
turn to face, and you now see the creature, the third creature, 4 legs, and where a neck would be on, say, a dog, it just ends here, and the center of its torso, its chest, is a gaping circular mouth, ridged with rings of teeth, and a long tongue that just flickers out.
That's terrifying. And
Ashe, this one's on
the
you.
teleportation circle.
That is what you see.
Horrifying. Thoroughly
gross.
horrifying. Thank you.
Thank you. That's horrible. What language are they
Sorry,
speaking?
didn't mean to disturb you.
I conjure my
Leave
arcane
now.
cannon.
Leave, go! This place is ours to loot.
We're
You can
just
have
gonna
all the
kill
loot
you.
we want. You can have all the loot that you want. We are just going to that circle right there.
Not a step closer.
we
Just-
prompt.
Just to the circle. Did you hear the message down there? All we want is to help them.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help? Because I was talking to.
I'm going to say no. Because they are not you mean you would have disadvantage. So
Oh.
this is just now going to be a straight roll, I'll say.
God, I have a +8 and it's still only a 15.
I mean, this is too bad.
Could be worse.
One step closer. Not one step closer.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Die.
Oh, we don't want to
Um,
die, do we?
Okay.
I
Diet. I've got a problem with diet.
I'll put my
But,
hands up and just slowly move to the circle.
Second, you step forward. Let's roll some initiative.
Oh boy.
I didn't know
But
if they
he
meant
had a
one.
fight.
I didn't know if they meant one step closer to the circle or one
Where
step
is the
closer to
circle?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you
that's-
know,
It's not on this
You
map
take
because
risks.
I don't have a custom map for this, but this was the closest I could find which resembles the tower.
Okay, so we
That
can do
looks
we can
nice.
do a theater of
Can
mind
you
when we describe.
like ping
just-
where it would be, just so we know where we should be headed?
So I will say, in fact, I think I have. Oh.
Okay, anyway, roll initiative.
Turn that
Yes.
down. Yep.
Oh,
So
God.
Is initiative window open?
Oh, did I not? I thought I selected my totem.
Turn order isn't up yet.
Oh,
Can I
There
also
we go,
have
there we go.
my arcane cannon conjured? I did say I wanted to conjure it.
yeah, if you wanted to have that up beforehand, I will allow that. Yep.
let me just.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I have advantage initiative now.
Oh, that was almost a 2. Thank God.
Oh shit!
They
did I
rolled
not select
pretty poorly.
My token? I thought I selected
So
my
I'm
token.
just gonna use this confusion spell to indicate the magic circle. So
Oh, it is.
It's
Oh,
it's there.
oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay.
I used my first initiative because apparently my token wasn't selected, although I thought it was.
Okay. All right, Reservoir, you are up first. They rolled very poorly.
Yeah, I am gonna. So I took this step forward. So 5, and 15. I'm just going straight for the circle.
Okay. You reach the arcane circle, and you stand in it, and you think of the command to activate it. Make an Arcana check. So take an action.
Oh, can I hold my action to do that until the others are
Absolutely.
in the circle?
You absolutely can.
Also,
Okay.
Lulu's not
Any
there.
bonuses? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Lulu's
Okay.
fine.
Any bonus actions?
I don't think so. Because no, I don't want to use that yet. Nope. Nope. I'm just. I just go look. Just right here. All I need to do is for my friends to get in the circle. And then we will leave.
They have started to, because 6 seconds, it all happens at the same time. As you're saying that and stepping towards it, they have already started to rear back, and you see the creature, its tongue, in its mouth.
That's
Ash, it's your
horrifying.
turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to move right here. I'm going to activate my arcane cannon. It is going to be Protector. That was the one I was using. So everyone gets plus 12 temporary HP.
Everyone gets 12 temporary HP.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then I can split my movement. Hurrah! I'm going to go move
He's
1,
gone.
2, 3. I'm actually going to move over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I want to move over here. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna move right here instead. And then I'm going to be just like, I'm going to be ushering people to go ahead of me. Just go.
Do we have to
Because-
be? Sorry. Do we have to be in a circle for the teleportation?
You do.
There's only
Pickles.
4 spaces.
You should probably get in.
Oh, could
We could probably squeeze. We just can't fight while we're in the.
yeah. So, would we be able to squeeze, or like?
I will say you could.
If we could
But
squeeze,
even-
then I would be standing in the circle. That would be
Okay,
fine.
yeah. I'll. In fact, just to make it easy. there you
Just
go,
make it
there's the
bigger.
circle.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Instead, then I move over here all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Ava, it is your turn.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna run here and take the dodge action.
Okay. You can do that as a bonus. Oh no, that's cost a key point. So you just do it as
Yeah.
an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I said, we're not looking to fight them. We're just. We just want to get to the. Yeah.
It is the Canoloth's turn.
Wait, what? Oh yes. Okay.
It bounds over here,
actually-
passing through its.
Actually, it's
Oh, sorry.
Warwick.
Wait, what?
You
Oh
skipped
yeah,
the
I'm
word.
sorry. It's just because every time someone like goes out of turn order, I'm like, okay, right, cool, end of your turn. All right, next turn, and it always does that.
Oh,
yeah, no, I
I'll move
skipped
back
Warwick.
so you
How
can
did that
move wherever
happen?
you want, Warwick.
thank you.
Yeah, no, I
doing
was
the
wondering
same
what
thing.
happened.
I was going
well,
to
I'll
do
be
the same
next to
spot.
you.
Same thing.
Okay,
Defensive action.
dodge
Yeah.
action, dodge action.
Essentially starting to spin the weapon around as a defensive maneuver. A halberd.
All right, the Canoloth's turn. The Mesoloth kind of sees you, Reservoir, starting to prepare the spell, and it barks out an order to the Canoloth. And we're going to see if it's intelligent enough to understand. Natural 20. It is. It's going to move over here, and it's. In fact, it's gonna. Yeah, it's dumb. It's not gonna stay away from Burlock. Its tongue just reaches outwards. A huge reach.
Yeah, actually.
Attack of opportunity.
Reach
please.
weapon.
Oh.
That's right. So
Um,
roll your attack.
You don't have
So-
Sentinel, do you?
No, I don't. not you.
Yeah, I'll give beat
Um,
to Burlock.
Actually,
Don't know what
the Mesoloth's in the way. Because an ally is between it and you, I would say you have disadvantage.
Okay, let's roll again.
Because, you are trying to hit... Hitting through an ally is one thing, hitting through an enemy is another. 16 still hits. So
I didn't mind if I hit
13 points of
one.
damage.
And let's do a smite on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, light. Light is a holy weapon. Yep, that's a pretty good idea.
Is it undead or fiend?
It is a fiend.
Gee, I wonder what. Ta-da! An extra 18, so
Okay.
13 plus 18.
You kind of reach around, the Mesoloth ducks out of the way of your halberd, and your halberd strikes into this creature as it runs past, grating down the side, buckling the iron. And as the radiant energy flashes outwards in a blinding ray, it kind of like dazzles you for a second. And is it you, or is that... There's a greenish tint to that radiant energy that you're unfamiliar with. But you shake it off. As before you even have time to think about it, suddenly, as was going to happen before, the tongue flicks outwards towards Reservoir. And that is going to be a 13 to hit.
Shield.
Imagine that will miss.
It would not have if I hadn't shielded. So.
Okay. You, as the tongue streaks towards you, extending impossibly long like a grotesque chameleon, threatening to wrap around you, you strike up a shield, and it grabs nothing before your shield is then kind of pulled back as its tongue retracts at blinding speed, which would have pulled you away had you not deflected it.
Yeah. I figured I gotta wait until I can actually.
And then frustrated, it's going to then make a claw attack against Burlock.
Fair enough.
With another 13 to hit. Wow. This guy
That
is
misses.
rolling like shit. Okay. Misses. That ends its turn. Burlock, it's your go.
Okay. Can I do a shove to get him out of the way?
You can certainly try. Make a contested athletics check.
Oh, athletics. All right.
A 16 does not beat it.
Oh, okay.
You try and like place your foot on this thing and push it aside.
Okay,
But its heavy, bulky form.
I should have
pushes
asked,
back.
was a shove attack a bonus action or an action?
A shove is an attack,
Oh,
which
okay.
means
Oh,
if you have multiple attacks in a turn, you can shove more than once.
okay. No, that's just that one. I'll take the opportunity attack and I'll run towards the.
Yeah, instead of I was
What
gonna
I'm trying
say
to say
instead
is
of
that
shoving,
you've
you
used
should
your
have
action. You have,
disengaged.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you've shoved. But the
Yeah.
thing is, you can attempt to shove. There's no reason not to attempt another shove, because shoving or grappling is like making it just an attack with a weapon.
Yeah.
So if you have extra attack, you can attack. You can shove twice.
Yeah, no, I'll take the opportunity attack and risk it, and I'll
All right,
run
go
towards
for it.
the.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I would also mention a Kashara to make for the circle.
Yep. Okay. It is going to attack of opportunity you with its tongue.
I was waiting for that.
It's going to be an 11. It's rolled a 6, a 6, and a 4 on its 3 attacks.
Holy heck!
So, yeah, you dash past. And you kind of have to duck and roll as the tongue flies overhead. And you feel the sharp barbs and like spikes that cover it kind of scrape your neck just ever so slightly before it retracts. And Kashara, right behind you, gets in the middle of the circle. And Reservoir,
Is it a reaction though to use my readied action?
you held your action.
Okay, so it's not a reaction to release that. Okay.
Yeah,
thought I
no,
was
you
gonna have
held
to
an
wait.
action, and
Yeah.
you held your action to to cast the spell or
Yeah.
make the Arcana check, and you may now do
Yes.
so as a reaction.
I spent my reaction casting
Oh no, because you used shield. You
Yeah.
used shield. That's right. So I
Yeah.
will resume the battle music
No.
because you lost your reaction.
Yeah, I know.
It is the Mesoloth's turn.
It would have had
It
to
is-
wait for my next turn anyway.
Okay.
You kind of needed to use that, though.
It is going to yeah, it's going to what the first one is going to attack Warwick because you're right in front of it. So it's going to make attack with its claws,
Disadvantage.
which is going to be a you're
Offensively
dodging, so it's
dodging.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Also, do
10.
we get
No,
aura
no
protection at the moment?
Saving throws for me, yes.
Yep.
You would. Good to remember. And the second attack is another 10. It's not going to hit. Yeah, no. So you holding a defensive position, it jabs at you with its tridents, but this thing, compared to how when you fought it before, you've experienced far worse, and you quickly just bat aside its two pathetic attacks. The other one is going to... It's going to... You see it start to cast. And it starts to... Reservoir, you recognized symbols of dispelling. And it releases... No way. Not even close. And the spell just fails. That's its turn. Reservoir, it is your turn.
I am going.
the circle.
What?
Get to the middle of the circle.
No, because if I do that, then that fucking beast thing might get an attack of opportunity because I'm currently in its range.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to try and bamf us out of there.
Okay. Make an Arcana
So-
check.
I also think that beasting attacked already.
Don't forget you got a chat dice.
Oh, that's
I've
a
got
good.
the chat
If
dice.
yes, if I don't roll well on this, I will definitely use that.
Chat. That is chat.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
use
gonna
it.
I'm gonna use it just in case.
Finally, it's been sitting here for months.
Because part of that was we left for a month, so non-natural
20.
20.
You, even a cursory glance, you take in the different arcane runes around the circle, memorize them, you call to mind your teacher, the specific transmutation, somatic verbal components, and you speak them out loud in a loud, ringing voice, and all of a sudden, the five of you and Kashara vanish.
Yeah,
Tower.
boy.
And we're going to go to break.
All right.
So we'll be back shortly with some, more of this world-ending chronomancy, whatever. I'm still going to summon Tiamat if they all die.
That thing has a 30-foot range on that tongue attack.
That's
Ridiculous.
nasty.
Yeah.
And it just pulls you right in next to it.
Oh, that's
Just-
not
just-
good.
Glad I didn't get
nasty.
to use it.
30-foot range? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, that means it would never get attack of opportunities, though, then, right? Because it would be hard to go out of its reach.
Exactly. Oh, that's true. You'd have to leave its reach.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Thank you for that clarification. So it would have clawed you, Burlock, but it wouldn't have tongued you. That was a bad word to use. Anyway,
Don't be tonguing
okay.
people, guys.
It happens.
Hi,
alright,
YouTube.
catch you after a break. Hi, YouTube.
No problem.
Catch you after a break.
We'll be back soon.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, everybody. We just found out about something right before going live. We're back! Part 2 of episode 32 of our current TPK.
current.
Current,
Oh,
maybe
well, the running,
Forthcoming.
imminent.
Forthcoming.
Who knows?
I'm just hoping for a dream
the
sequence.
running
Long
show-
overdue, perhaps.
long overdue, I accept.
Just hoping it's a dream sequence when we do, so I'm good. Or Tiamat Savers.
It was a dream.
Ooh, boogity woogity.
Well, I don't know the name of the other religious person we just recently went through. The one that cried. The crying woman.
What?
Tyr.
Was it Tyr that we met in the
No,
desert?
Hang on.
Wait, the crime
crying
person?
one?
A deity.
Yes.
Oh,
It's like
no,
an angel or something.
Statue.
It was an
That was
angel.
that was a
Yeah.
statue. Yeah.
It was a statue.
That
I
wasn't.
don't, I don't know their name, so I can just reference.
Thought it
I've
was
had two
called
religious
Tyr.
experiences recently.
His Tyr.
I thought you meant the god Tyr. Tyr.
Jeez, not.
I
There's a
like to
god.
worship the god caffeine, as in the drink that keeps me up in the morning.
I think that's not a god, but a
I'm-
demon.
I miss caffeine.
Water is good. Water is a
Water is also
miracle
good.
drug.
That is true.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so we have just gone.
Shall we get back into it? The energy of the magic circle flashes, and you feel yourself sucked and squeezed as you're pushed through space by the force of this arcane transmutation. That's not the audio I want. Let's go for this one instead. And suddenly you land in a manner not dissimilar to how you first arrived in Avernus. And you look around you, and the landscape of this island is in some places similar, and in other places eerily different to the sand and fire that you've been used to. What you see around you looks like burnt grass and dead trees, blackened by soot, ash, and what looks like years of time. The trees have this rocky texture to them, which seems odd. And the ever-present roiling sky churns on above you. At least that is unchanging. You find yourselves in the middle of what looks to be a flat stretch of meadow of this blackened, burnt grass. And off, a little whiles away, maybe a 20-minute walk, you see a sphere, like the dome, but far, far bigger, of just black. A city-sized sphere of pure darkness, right up ahead of you.
Oh, that looks
My
like
guess
where we're
is
going.
that's the sphere of darkness, where we will find a guide to the mine, where glow crystals will lead us to where we need to go.
And
Wait,
we
who's-
all die.
Whose idea was it to come here again?
Yours.
Was it you, soldier? I believe it was yours, Warwick. Oh,
Yours.
shit.
Don't
I
blame
think it was
me.
mine. It doesn't sound like me.
It was
Well-
both you and Reservoir.
Let's just go.
All right. Well,
Follow Chirpy.
Okay.
Oh god. Ash, what have you done now? I'm calling it that.
what? I didn't want to come in here.
You walk on forwards towards this darkness, and you see, now approaching the trees, they look fossilized, which makes very little sense considering they're still upright. But there they stand, like pillars of rock, sticking out of the ground, yet evidently trees, because they still have the branches, albeit leafless and dead.
What would happen if I go and touch a tree?
and
Maybe you
touch
get
a tree.
fossilized.
Can I like break off some of the branch or something?
You do. You reach up and you snap off a bit of the branch. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 13.
Okay. You snap off a bit of the branch, and it's kind of crumbles in your hands. Like feels like rock.
It's like shale? Is that what it's called? The really crumbly rock? I don't know.
While this is happening, Burlock's just keeping
Anyone
an
who
eye
wants to make a perception check.
God, that was a terrible idea. Why did I go up and touch the trees?
Because you have no impulse control.
Exactly.
out. Okay.
What
I rolled
to-
a. Okay, I rolled. What did I roll?
Okay.
It wasn't too bad.
All right. What? You notice nothing odd about the trees, but as you look, you see off in the distance one of those distant balls of fire fall from the sky. Familiar, all too well. Distant, far away, but it is slower, just barely so, falling slower out of the sky.
Let's not touch the trees.
No. Time moves slower here, so sphere of influence. Everything out there is happening at the right time. We're just moving slower.
No, we're moving faster
If we're moving
So
faster, why
it's-
would we seem that slower?
because it's moving slower to us because we're sped up.
So
If
does
we're
that
sped
mean,
up,
Yeah, they're
then
slower
things
than
going
us.
at normal time appear slower.
is
Time
it like
travel's
the
not my
is that like the
friend.
spell that you cast on them, which make them go fast?
Kind of like haste, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understood this.
Yeah, where you can do more in the same amount of time.
And then you feel like crap afterwards.
They're actually yes, there's actually sort of the opposite of haste that slows you down as well.
Drugs.
Like a spell. But
Well, I mean, drugs can speed you up too.
Anyway.
Yes, of course.
Anyway.
Sphere of Darkness. I think we're
We're
supposed
running.
to go there.
We're running faster, so it means everything out there is slower. So we're in a time frame. So let's hurry.
Which means we can
Yes.
walk.
Well, I think that it must be gradual because that wasn't slowed down like 24 times. So I think the closer we get to our goal, the faster we'll technically go. So we
Times?
should still be rather expedient.
Let's go.
Like mathematics.
Let's just go. You're talking wizard speak
Multiplication.
again.
And I start heading off.
Proceed on forward. And the landscape around you kind of crumbles beneath your feet. And as you finally approach, the sphere looms above you and ahead of you. You look up and just it starts to encompass your vision, this sphere of just darkness. And there's no transition, there's no fade. It is simply a flat line where the world ends and the darkness begins. And you now stand at the precipice.
Okay, so we've seen it. Can we go back now?
I think we have to go in and find a guide to the mine
Will this be
and
like
get
your...
some glow crystals.
Yep, I'm
It was
blaming
like
you, Ash.
circles or something. The globe circle.
Glow crystals.
Remember that darkness
I-
is our friend.
Yes.
Yeah, but-
Darkness is our friend.
We're supposed to follow the glow circle things.
Ah, fine.
Or spear.
I thought it was glow crystals.
I thought it was glow
I heard
circles.
both times. But yes, we shun the light. Darkness is our ally. So,
Well, first off, Burlock puts his hand on the dome and does it pass through?
There's nothing to put your hand on. It just goes
Okay.
straight through.
Okay.
All right. Oh,
Shall we hold hands?
Maybe.
if we don't want to get lost from one another, perhaps.
Or shall we tie each other
Hang
together?
on. I'm gonna shove my face into the dome.
You had to.
Shove your face in, and you just see nothing.
Yeah, it's
It is.
pitch black in there.
okay. I put my head in. Do I see anything? Is it magical darkness or is it...
You
Dark.
see nothing. Your dark vision does not help in the slightest. This is magical darkness.
Wow. This is what being a human feels like.
Same here across the back of the head. It does to me.
I grab a... Do I have any rope in my kit? I assume I've got some rope in my explorer's pack.
I have some rope if need be.
All right, Kashara, can you put your head in there and see what you can see, please?
Do the kindergarten, like, everyone hold on to the rope.
I
She
was
kind of
thinking
pokes her
tie.
head in, and she kind of peeks around. I see buildings. But it looks like a village. Just like a normal village. But broken. Old, very old. Like it's been here and gone to ruin.
Gone
Right.
to ruin like time? Has time or just gone to ruin as in being attacked?
Looks more like time. But could be either.
Been abandoned for a while.
Well, is it time to do the whole rope and lead? And can you see anyone in there? Like we have to find a... What was
A
it again,
mine.
Reservoir?
A mine.
mine?
We have
We
to
have to-
find a guide that will take us to the mine.
Yeah,
And follow.
Don't really see any signs of life.
well,
Do you see a sign
Perhaps they're
saying mine?
hiding, waiting for someone.
Maybe.
well... Let's tie each other up and get in there.
Yep, no time like the present. Well, let's hurry up.
Okay.
Mm.
You tie a rope around each other. Around your waists, I presume?
Yes.
Mhm.
Or are you just holding on?
Yeah, I feel like holding on might
Okay.
be sufficient.
Clutching on.
Unless someone else has.
I would say I'd say tying that, because holding on you can let go, or if there's something happens you can be forced to let go. Tying on, although there is a little bit more safety there.
Okay. Yeah, if you feel strongly about that, we can
Okay.
do that.
One by one. Clutching on. You plunge into the darkness.
I'll be taking the lead and Kashara will be guiding me.
Alright. It's oppressive. And Kashara kind of leads you gently forward, but it is so disconcerting. Your experience with magical darkness has always been in the adrenaline-fueled rush of a fight. And you've always used the opportunity in battle to quickly either dispel it or get out of it very quickly. But this is a different matter entirely. You are stepping with purpose into... You have no idea. And every step forward, you have to hesitate in case you're walking headfirst over a cliff, having to trust in Kashara, this imp you've only just met a few days ago, to lead you through oblivion. But still, you walk forward in the dark. Eventually, you hear a kind of whisper. We're here. We're in the village. There's footprints, there's signs of movement. Someone does live here.
Like humanoid footprints or like monstrous footprints?
Humanoid.
Oh,
They look normal.
narrows it down. Humans can also be monstrous, but we'll see. Hello? Anybody?
You call out and you hear a sort of a rustle.
Hello, Russell?
And you hear, you sort of
I had to.
We come peacefully.
hear the sound of a wooden door creaking. Who are you?
Travelers?
Are you visitors from the Eternal Lands?
We are allies of someone who we believe came here before us, but a few days ago.
Ah, the wizard. Oh, yes. Blessed be. Allies of his, are you?
Yes.
Marvelous. How
in search
lucky
of-
you must be.
Yes, very
Tell,
lucky.
please. Come, you must. Well, what can I do to help allies of the wizard? And at this point, you start to hear murmuring. Allies, the wizard, friends of the wizard. They're from the Eternal Lands. We have visitors.
Well, we are in search of, I believe, a guide to the mines.
Oh, of course. Very few visitors ever spend time in our little home. They always have business in that mine. But of course, we'll find you someone to lead you the way.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't believe we got your name.
Darabelle is my name. Darabelle.
Thank you, Darabelle.
Darkness keep you, my dear.
Hopefully,
we've
yes.
We've been told that stick to the darkness is our ally. Why is that?
Yes.
Do you ask that of...
I asked that of.
What's in the light?
Light? No business of that around here. We've not seen the light for millennia. We're happy to just keep ourselves to ourselves and live our own little lives in this small village. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. No bother with that. Trouble brings very unwelcome sights. No, we keep to ourselves.
Monsters?
I'm curious then, can you see in this darkness?
Dear. Oh, my dear, the seeing is for the arrogant. And for those who would reach beyond their means. No, we know our place in this world, and our place is in the dark. But we do not need sight to get around. We feel, we touch, we smell, we hear. And that does us just fine. And at this point, Kashara kind of leans into you, Burlock, and whispers, "None of them have eyes. None of them."
That's creepy.
Well, you must be far more skilled than us.
comes with years of practice, my dear. It's instinct. If you spend enough time in the darkness, it'll be instinct for you too. Fret not.
Thank you. Hopefully, we can pick it up quickly.
Well, I suppose I should be fetching you a guide then. Are you sure we can't offer you a bite to eat before you go? I've heard the mine can be dangerous.
Perhaps when we return, I think we are
Under a time pressure.
trying to be quite expedient. Yes.
Yes, time frame.
course.
Yes, light sucks.
Those-
The guide could be great.
Those from the Eternal Lands are always so hasty.
We have so little time, so we must put quite a bit into the time that we do have.
But of course. Jeremiah, dear, you hear a voice. Yeah. Would you guide these dear visitors to the mine, please? Yeah, of course, yeah. Follow my voice. I'll take you there in no time.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
We will do our best.
And like that.
They were
With that.
friendly.
And with that, you keep walking. Now, Kashara guiding you through alongside this individual who you've no idea what any of these people look like. But still you walk on forwards. And the crunch of the grass underneath, you're not even sure if it feels like grass beneath your feet. Slowly, the sound gives way to that of gravel and rock. And soon you'll find yourself stepping downhill. Occasionally you have to catch yourself as an errant bit of mud that you were entirely unprepared for almost threatens to pull your feet out from beneath you. But you steady yourselves and wander downwards. And a sudden chill is all the indication you have that you are now beneath ground. And you walk on forwards. At some point, the individual guiding you, Jeremiah. No. Sorry, forgive me if this is a stupid question, but there's a story of my great-great-great-great-granddad who tried to leave the village. Did you meet him by any chance?
What is his name?
I don't remember. But so few people try and leave that it's noteworthy. But no one ever comes back.
Can I ask, what is it that you call your village?
It's just the village. It doesn't have, maybe it had a name a long time ago, but now it's just the village.
Is there anything that I've heard of that could be remotely like this in my years of study?
Make a history check.
Oof.
No, you've not heard anything. Anyone who wants to may also attempt a history check.
I would have known.
We're not gonna know anything either, but you know, why not?
Not gonna roll.
Bad
I
across
don't
the
know.
None of you have any inkling or recollection of any sort of place that this could possibly be.
We don't have any memory of any village people. Yes, I said it.
No.
Perhaps it was before our time.
These thoughts occupying you. Unlikely for the internals, such as yourselves.
What do you mean when you call us Eternals?
Well, you come from the Eternal Lands, don't you?
We come from lands outside of your sort of sphere of darkness, yes.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
I'm guessing it has something to do with
This,
the time disparity.
Yes, we actually,
well, it's like that Arch Mage Mordenkainen, right? Lovely fellow. He helps us, brings us food on occasion and helps us keep ourselves afloat. But, he's been coming and going from this village for centuries. Maybe longer.
That's actually quite an interesting. So it may be centuries
if you
for
come
you,
from the same place, yeah.
but it actually probably hasn't been centuries. For well, when I saw Mordenkainen, did he appear to be elven in nature or human?
He's
when
human.
We saw him last.
He's definitely
yes.
human.
It may be centuries for you, but it has probably been maybe between half a century and a century for him.
It's
That's exactly the point, isn't it?
Time.
You guys are.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
All I know is that you people like you show up to our grandparents and then our parents and then us and then our kids, then our kids' kids. They're always there, never changing. Hence we call you the Eternals.
I think you would find that if we stayed for very long, we would change just as quickly as you.
Is this how elves feel?
Something? No one ever does say that.
I don't think elves are very. Can't see anything when we're walking. Oh, what is this?
And the rocks.
I think what Ava meant was relative to time. I mean, maybe it's less how elves feel and how we feel about elves. They can live for.
Well, I mean,
they actually can live for centuries. In
this situation, we're the elves.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I mean. Is this how elves feel? Actually, did dwarf out of character? I'm trying to remember if dwarves live. Yeah,
Dwarves are longer lived.
Yeah,
not as long.
Not quite as long as elves. I think it's like 300 to 400.
Yeah,
but yes.
Well, do you think that wizard comes here just to, have a good time, or do you think he just comes, or does he come here to?
Oh, he's always busy.
Study?
He always has business in the mine.
Does he let you know what he does down there?
Yes.
He never bothers to tell us. Says it's important.
And what is this mine?
What does it mine?
We used to know a long time ago, but that's been lost to memory.
Any story?
No one comes here anymore.
Writing things down in books. We had this discussion earlier.
Warwick, I think it would be rather. Yes.
And the whole.
Okay, you got me on that one.
Visual acuity. And for information, Ava, we average lifespan for a dwarf is about 350 human years.
Jeremiah, I think just like you do here and how people rarely leave your village, a lot of us tend to stick to places we know, but perhaps one day someone will come to stay a while. It's quite interesting, the society that you have here.
Well, that's very flattering, especially coming from an Eternal such as yourself. Oh, we're here. I can't go no further than this. Wizard says it's not allowed, but not 20 paces forwards, you'll find a ladder. That'll lead you downwards.
Do you have any advice for us? Unfortunately, it seems that the wizard was quite as vague with us as he may have been with you all.
We say we're going in blind.
Quite literally.
No advice I could think of. I'm just a simple folk.
Well,
Just
thank you for leading us this way.
my
I'm
pleasure,
curious,
Mum.
does the wizard typically leave through the mine as well, or does he just vanish and show
He
up
comes
another
and
time?
goes.
Okay.
No, he comes and goes through the village. Yeah.
Do you know how often does he normally stay down in the mine? Or how long?
Usually for about a few days or so at a time.
Did you remember him coming?
Longest
through
has been about a
recently?
week. That's actually no. You made a good point. He's been down there a while now. Did he? I'll have to ask the village, but I don't think he did come through and he left. Right? Is it? Maybe I missed it. Anyway,
well,
I've
we're
got to
here
get
to
back.
potentially
Just-
help him.
May I ask one last question, Jeremiah? When did you last lead him here? About how long ago?
Oh, we don't need to lead him. He can find his way here himself.
Do you remember the last time he came through the village then?
Last time I remember there being a stink about it was... Ooh, must have been 3 months back or so.
That lines up to what?
Also, he had a companion who comes with him sometimes. Did he come through as well?
Oh, Tara, yeah, she's
Yeah.
a lovely lady.
Mm.
Yeah, she's usually with him. I don't recall ever when I last saw her.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate that information.
Thank you for that. Can I
My
reach
pleasure.
Can I reach into my belt pouch and just get some like a iron ration to give to him as a thanks?
Some what? Sorry, rations.
A ration. Just give him a ration to say as thank you to helping
Alright.
us here.
You kind of hold out your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
nothing happens for a
I
moment.
give it to Kashara to give to him. Because Kashara can see him, so he can... I hold it out. I say, Kashara, could you give this to him as thank you? It's not much, but it's a thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. That's a... Who are you? Have you got a... What's that? I've not felt a... Is that a kid? Nah, No, I'm vertically challenged. I know better than to ask questions. Right, well, thank you.
And if you don't hear from us in about a week, could you
I'll-
send some people down just to have a look for us? Just as,
Oh no, we're not allowed to go down there.
or just
Wizard
come
says
to
we're
about,
not allowed to go down there. Never.
come to
It's
about
fine,
here and
thank you.
just start yelling.
Thank you for helping us.
But thank you.
Yes.
Oh, it's been a
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
It's always so exciting when Eternals visit.
Well, we
Alright.
hope to
All
speak
the
with
best.
you soon then, Jeremiah. Yes.
Of course. And you start to hear
Alright.
the footsteps of him walking out of the cave.
So 20 feet, ladder, fall. Gotcha. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. We should be very careful so we
like-
don't fall down the ladder.
Yeah, it's with Kashara to guide you. It's not too difficult. You are gingerly, one by one, you are guided verbally to the ladder, and you find, you kind of almost kind of trip through the hole, but then you kind of catch yourself, and then gingerly lower yourself down to the ladder. And as you're approaching, you start to hear sounds like electricity. Crackling electricity. that gets louder the closer you get. And as you descend, it starts getting louder, and you're just descending down this ladder in darkness, and it's getting louder, and you're not sure what's going on. And then suddenly, like that, the darkness breaks. And you have to squint your eyes because you find yourselves in an incredibly brightly lit room. And you see 6 pillars rising out of a worked stone floor. You see on top of these pillars spheres of worked metal, crackling electricity shooting around them and between them before they shoot off to the center, where they meet in a ball of darkness, which then has a point which rises upwards into a ceiling of darkness, which you've just descended out of. Welcome, everyone.
Oh,
Oh, I can see
The ground
Oh,
beneath the ladder is cracked and broken rubble, presumably from the mine above where it caved in. The ground around you, the walls are of a dark, slick black stone, and the floor is this intricate pattern of different tiles. And you see now on the ground around the pillar, you see a large and very intricately complicated arcane circle with innumerable tiny little glyphs and symbols and interconnected lines all weaving together and feeding into these 6 pillars. And as you squint against the light, you see at the end of the room a large set of double doors and a single glowing lamp set in a pedestal to your left.
I think a lamp is going to be useful, but can we find out any information about what's around here first?
Reservoir, good luck.
I want to look at the runes and the circle and the arcane stuff.
And they're so happy about that too.
Make an Arcana check.
Look, I'm playing a character that really loves magic, so... Okay, Arcana. Uh,
15. This is beyond you. This is some of the most intricate and complicated arcana you've seen ever. But even so, amongst the symbols are familiar sigils. You see a glyph. You see a string of sort of glyphs and symbols which correspond fairly closely to the darkness spell, which you are familiar with. But you also see complicated and intricate glyphs of permanence and binding, of reach and range, all woven together in this intricate tapestry, which then feed into the pillars.
Can I just like, oh gosh, I want to if at all possible copy down I don't have like a spare notebook, so I'm gonna use the books that I stole and find like blank space to just sort of like copy down some of the runes, like the familiar ones and then the unfamiliar ones, just because I'm nerding out a little bit. And I'm very like
that. Could I do a stone cutting check?
Fair enough.
See. So I can do an intelligence history check, and I would be proficient in history and double my professional. So, what would you want me to roll for this one? History.
So, roll. So, roll an intelligence modifier. Roll an intelligence roll and add 6.
Okay.
Ava turns to Reservoir. Any idea what's going on with this?
Are we destroying it, or we?
No,
So
no,
that would
no.
be
25.
Yes.
No, don't destroy it. I have a
Is that a not yet or
theory.
not?
You
No, I
look at
think
the
this
stone.
would be bad.
You look closely at the stone.
I licked
And
the
what
stone.
reveals itself to you is disturbing. You see patterns emerge in the rock. Patterns so intricate that they could not have possibly been forged by hand. Interweaving fractals, repeating patterns, shrinking, going down and down, infinitely complex, reaching ever. It feels like it's pulling you in. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Yes.
Joy!
Sanity save.
You
Oh
wouldn't
god, you
say-
send
wait, are you close enough to Warwick?
What was that? Sorry, a intelligence
Charisma.
check.
Yeah.
Charisma.
Charisma saving throw.
I am not close enough to Warwick.
He's going insane from experiencing
Oh.
true level.
Wait,
I'm-
can I?
I'm
Oh,
looking
I
at
might be able to
rocks.
give you something.
3, 2, 1. Rolled.
I have a thing that might.
average.
Okay.
Oh no!
Wait.
You kind of glimpse. You,
I
Do we have a chat,
pull
guys?
yourself. You pull
wait.
yourself
I
back.
can. I can spend 2 sorcery
No, don't
points.
spend anything.
You
It's
pull
very
yourself
I can
back.
add to your roll.
Mm,
Okay,
You don't need to.
okay.
I'm just telling you
that's
that
what I'm
much
saying.
now.
Don't need to.
Okay. I will.
You-
It says it happens before any effects of it occur. So like I would have to say it before I knew whether or not I needed to.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm not going to wait for you forever to make a decision, so I'm saying now.
Yeah.
No.
You pull yourself back from the stone and shake off your head. Whew, that's unnerving.
This rock.
With your stonemason's check, you know for certain no mortal hands could have made this. This is weird and worked by magic, maybe, but certainly nothing of any civilization you could be remotely aware of.
I want to go look at this thing.
No. Oh, no.
You're on the other side of the room. You can't stop
Yeah.
me. I'm not touching it. I'm just
Can
looking
the
at
rope?
it.
Ava,
Yeah,
you
you know,
We're all
approach.
still tied
Oh, yeah.
together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you still all tied together?
I think we would have untied each other.
Yeah, I
at
think
this
you
point.
said you were holding the rope instead of
Yeah,
tying
yeah.
yourselves
Oh,
to
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
I'm just-
wanted to, but then Warwick was.
I'm not gonna
pressing
touch
about
it. I'm just
tying.
gonna look at it.
Okay. You
There's
approach.
electricity. I'm not that dumb.
Electricity is the best approximation image I could find. It's just magical energy glowing and swirling around. You see encased in a sort of like a brazier, wrought metal, twisting around a crystal embedded in the center of this, which glows with a dull greenish yellow light. And surrounding it, you see swirling, twisting energies of, you see the occasional arcane rune, magical symbols, which you have no idea what they mean. It appears to be a light or a lamp of sorts made of this glowing crystal.
You guys think this is like the things we were supposed to follow?
The glow crystals.
The
Possibly.
circle things? Yeah.
Could have swore he said, "Shun the light, follow the darkness."
That's
Could've
why I
sworn
asked.
this-
I was
But it
supposed
But
was-
to-
they
it-
also said follow the glow crystals.
That's also true. Yes, they did say that.
A little bit oxymoronic, but Reservoir.
I think it was.
Yeah.
This
What do you-
rock is being. It's not been fashioned by anything dwarven known.
I mean, do you think? I had never heard of the society above us now before. It's possible
But-
that it's beyond our knowledge, and the what they would call the Eternal Lands.
Yes, well, but still, rock to be worked like this is either done by general techniques and what dwarfs, humans, elves, we all work with stone the same way, but this is Eldrick. This is
Well, if you mean it was
concerning.
crafted by magic, I think that would probably more be
Even
Ashe's
magic.
specialty than my own.
Even magic stonework still uses the same principles, but this is wrong. And for
Just
dwarves to
because
say stone
something's
is
different
wrong,
doesn't mean it's wrong.
would you like to have a look at the rock? But it felt like something was trying to invade me when I was looking at this rock, and that's never happened to me before with rock.
That
Bad
may
guys,
be more
yes, trying to
concerning, yes.
mental controls. Well, hello, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, literally. But beside a rock,
Perhaps it's something we should not poke at too terribly much then. But
I mean,
a pause, and then I look at Ava.
I have a question. What vibe does it feel sus? Like being near it, does it make me unease or like
You feel it doesn't. What you feel being close to this crystal is best described as pressure. Like a sense of feeling a little bit tense, but not just your muscles, kind of everything. Like you feel a little squeezed.
like sorry, I feel squeezed like pressure. So do I feel pressure towards it or pressure away? Like
It, without getting to maybe terminology your character would not be familiar with, feels like gravity is a little bit stronger. Like you're a little bit more forced into the ground.
I'm trying to decide if I should touch it. I get the feeling maybe no.
Burlock fastly walks over towards Ava. Burlock knows Ava and just grabs Ava and says, nope.
Wasn't gonna touch it. It's
Ava, you were going to touch it. We all know
you're
going
going to touch it. It's shiny. You can't resist shiny things like your mother. And just drags her away.
What do you got for us, Resident Wizard? Is there anything special about these runes or rocks?
Well, yes. So I'm seeing the darkness over here and sort of, solidifying it into a more permanent state. A lot of this is beyond any of my knowledge, but
So we need another wizard?
well, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it be? My working theory currently is that somehow this might be causing the darkness sphere above us in the village, perhaps. I mean, if it's been there for a long time, no one's concentrating on it. Maybe it was created with that purpose in mind.
So what would be the benefit of the darkness over the village?
I mean,
if darkness is our ally, let's not possibly destroy it and get rid of it.
But we're in light. Are we supposed to be in darkness?
I feel like maybe we should leave this thing alone.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, we don't touch anything unless we have to.
I'm hesitant to destroy something if we don't know if it's helping or hurting us.
We
Most
should
It
likely.
is helping us.
doing something.
All right. Also,
Darkness is
potentially
ally,
these
so
glow lobes might not be glow lobes. They could be pushing the darkness away.
That could be it.
So it's not a light, it's just pushing the darkness away. So if we use...
Or non-darkness.
we don't know.
If I look at the runes on the lamp-like thing, are they similar to the runes that are in this large circle?
Gonna check.
Does the lamp-like thing have like a pole that's attached to
Pole.
or something
Pole.
No,
that isn't?
it's set into the ground.
Okay, so it's a ball in the ground.
Yeah, it's sort of like there's a tube of sort of worked metal, and the ball is sitting on top of it, almost like a lantern. Arcana.
Okay, so no chance of picking it up or anything.
They are different. It's not the same. They are different runes. That much you can say. That's about as much as you get with a 10.
No
It's
idea
different.
what's going on here.
Okay.
Well,
Well, let's keep
The-
going.
Nothing else in here, so we have a door.
Yep.
I say Ashe is
Ahead of
already
you.
at the door, so
You
Just making
see a huge, huge door reaching upwards to the ceiling, curving around of stone. Just wrought iron stone. Not wrought iron stone, just like worked stone. Shut tightly. Almost looking like it's fused into the rock.
can I see if it's been opened recently? Like, is there any like track marks on the floor, like where it's been scraped?
Make a investigation check.
Dwarf, determine if it's push or pull.
Oh. So close.
There's very little. There's very little dust in here. There's little to give away any sense of footprints or activity. You don't notice anything.
Well, we're at the mines. There's another door here. Well, are people ready?
Not really, but we don't usually have
When
a
does that-
plan.
When
We've
does
already
that
gone
stop
through
us
that.
anyway?
Warwick, what would you have us do if we were to wait a little bit?
Well, we don't have a plan. We're going pretty much blind, even though we can see.
Do you have
There's
an idea of the
nothing
plan?
else to do.
Pretty much blind. It's actually completely blind, but you know.
I don't think we really have much of a choice here.
If you have some inkling of a plan, I'm more than happy to listen to it.
At the moment, I have no idea, which is, again, not the best.
I mean, we always seem to charge into things, so you know this isn't.
And this time, there's nothing we can do, which, as I said, the Red Knight would not be happy. We can't even plan for something we have no idea what's going on.
Well, we usually just blunder our way into a solution regardless. So
Yes,
We'll figure it
we
out.
do
It's
that
fine.
deliberately. We do that
It'll
deliberately
be
when we could have
fine.
planned.
Work.
Burlock
It's
puts his
fine.
hand
It's
on the
fine.
door,
Our plan.
waits,
Our
and then
plan is to follow the instructions we've been given.
You push against the door. Nothing.
Maybe it's pull.
pull.
You look for. There's no handle.
Oh.
There's nothing to grab onto. You even try and reach. You kind of even if you were trying to like grab it with your fingers, it slides off.
Does it have like intricate details and stuff?
stone
It
door.
does. It does. Similar, you see the patterns emerging once more, kind of reaching downwards and downwards, and you kind of like stop yourself from being drawn in, having already seen what transpired with Burlock. So you kind of like step backwards a second.
Okay.
It almost gives you tryptophobia. Just the fact that the carvings are so numerous and so tiny and so small.
Yeah, we don't want to
Infinitely
focus.
small, but
We don't
yet
want to
everywhere.
focus too much on the walls and stuff. Okay.
Can I look at the glowy orb, and can I determine if it's going to hurt me or not if I touch it? Does it look?
Not worried about me.
How are you determining that? Are you trying to study it, or are you physically interacting?
I would like to cast Identify on it.
It's more like
Cast identify.
more like Burlock
Okay.
understands what Ava's like, having known her
You
for
have
so
to
long.
touch it to cast
Use your
Identify.
spell.
Sure, I'll
Use
use
a
a
spell,
spell.
or-
Yes, I'll use a spell. I think
Okay.
it's fine.
You reach forward and you cast, and you get a flash of information. It's the closest approximation would be a plane shift spell, but that's not quite right. It's something about transportation or transmutation or something along those lines.
They are
but
vastly
you're
different.
not quite sure.
This glow orb is something. It's similar to plane shift, but it's not at the same time. But it's doing something here. Something with teleportation or something like that. It's moving something. Or rather, a different place? Dimension, maybe?
Maybe remove the door.
I mean, there's not really a way to activate it. At least I didn't get anything of that. I mean, I touched it already, but...
I would say with the identify spell, alongside the information of the vague idea of what it could do, a string of words find its way into your mind. An activation. You could speak it if you want. You feel like with the identify you identified how to activate it.
I mean, if it's transportive, we are supposed to follow the glow crystals, so perhaps that's its own way of following it.
I have some words have come to mind from this, as if it's telling me to say these words, but I'm not quite sure if I should.
I mean, we are supposed to follow them, so...
Right.
Maybe.
Well,
Listen
first
to
of all,
door.
all right then, I'm going to take out a piece of paper, and I'm going to write down those words.
Good.
Okay.
That way, if you disappear, we know to warn other people not to say those words.
No, all I'm saying is that it has something to do with transportation. So obviously, I'm assuming if I say these words, I may just poof out of here. And then if you are here and can't read these words either, that's the problem.
Okay.
Perhaps put the paper distance away. That way, if it's a vicinity thing, it won't come with us.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you jot down on the piece of paper, or would you leave it somewhere?
I would just I would hand it over to Reservoir.
Okay, Reservoir. You handed a piece of paper with illogical scribbles on it.
Perfect.
Wait.
I say the words.
Wait, I don't know what this means.
Speak these words, and they flow out from you. And there is a blink. And you feel that, again, a sucking sensation, like you did before. But you're in the same place. You haven't moved. And the rest of you, you look, and something's different about your allies. You can't quite place it. And everyone else, something's a little different about Ashe, and you can't quite place it.
Is she brighter in color?
Transparent?
No?
No. Okay.
No.
Just thinking that because of the saturation.
Anyone who wants to make an insight check.
Oh, wow, wait, I am proficient in these somehow. Not very
On
good
yourself,
at
though?
them, though. On everyone else, I'm suspicious.
Oh God, no.
+5.
Oh man, I've been rolling so bad tonight. I got the one natural 20 and then it's just been downhill.
Wow. Natural 1's still better.
It's still better than me, yep.
None of you can place it.
Hearing the words that Ashe spoke, do we theoretically think that we would be able to replicate them, or are they like so alien that like we can't even remember them now?
They stick in your mind. They kind of, you feel like having heard them, you could replicate them.
I mean, can you open the door now?
I mean, I could try. I'll walk over to the door. Just give it a slight push.
Nothing.
Try walking through the door.
Or rather, maybe all of us have to say the words.
If you're all going to get cursed, why not?
If I'm cursed, all of you get cursed as well. That's just the way it works.
And I'm totally blaming you.
You
And
know
if-
what? Fuck it.
Well,
What was the words?
we can probably just identify what's happened to you.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained is what they say. I repeat the words to Ava.
Okay. Ava goes up and she says the words.
All right. Again, that same sucking sensation. And now, Ava, Ashe looks, whatever was happening, she looks normal again. Same Ashe, Ava looks completely normal. But now the rest of you, both Ashe and Ava look different. And Ava, the other three, look different.
That's right.
Now that I
Still
have the other
compact, I said.
perspective, can I roll again?
Yeah, by all means, I'll allow it.
Because I'm on.
You see, Ava, there's something's weird going on, and I wasn't quite sure if you would agree,
Yeah.
but something's weird's happening
That's
here.
way better. Probably not now.
I point to the other three and I say, come on, you have to say the words.
Go
I'll be the
over and
next
I'll say the
victim.
words.
I mean, we don't know if this was a good or bad idea yet, so maybe we shouldn't all say the words.
No,
If
we're
having
blaming...
someone
We're in
I'm
this
blaming
room
Ashe
say
this
the
together.
words again, do you flick back?
Right, well, does anyone try that?
Not yet. Who's next?
Well,
Wait.
no, because
Say the words.
Ashe said the words again in order to tell them to Ava,
Oh, was it?
and nothing changed with her.
Well,
What?
it
Wasn't
wasn't
touching.
specifically around
Yeah.
Crystal.
Yeah.
I'll be next. I'm going to blame Ava.
Okay.
Yep.
You go up,
And Dash.
you say the words, and once again, you see that subtle change in Warwick. It's normal now for Ava and Ashe, different now for...
Now
Burlock
I
and
can
Reservoir.
take on the world. I pull out my... No. I'm kidding.
Something's different.
I'll
Or
say the
something's
words as
different
well.
here. There's a difference here.
I will allow one more check. Insight check.
This
wants
will be
to.
my last one. Give me a 5. Yeah, 7. Something's
Anyone
different
else?
here.
There's a
Oh,
7,
anyone else?
15, and 13.
I will say-
bend luck for Warwick. So
I would
I'll
actually
say
say Warwick probably wouldn't apply to this check.
Oh.
Actually,
Oh.
no, I'll allow it. I'll be fair.
Okay.
With that, Warwick, suddenly it clicks. When the words are spoken, it's like you're now looking at their reflection. Right becomes left, left becomes right.
Interesting. Not that I'm going to say anything.
And now you only notice it. One of Warwick's tattoos goes from one side of his face to the other.
Doesn't tell us. Bastard.
No, I'll tell. I'll pass it on.
Oh.
Wait, what?
If I
Oh
go
my
over and look at the runes, are the runes switched too, or are they the same as before?
Look closely. They look the same.
Wait, am I?
If I compare them to
Probably
when I drew them down in the book, has the book flipped?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Are words backwards?
No?
Hmm.
But perhaps that's
You
just
would
to
have
us.
noticed by now if they were.
Hmm.
Perhaps that's just to us. Everything's on the same side. That's strange. Huh.
Hmm.
Did any other words come to mind, Ashe? You know, typically I would
Reversing
think
the words?
something like this has an on and an off.
I mean, it's the only activation wizard I saw, rather, that I found. And I mean, the biggest thing is that does this even do anything?
I go
What's the
back and
point of
touch it again and say the
reversing?
same word.
It must do something.
And you'll
to
watch
flip.
as Warwick flips back
Like
to how
two
he was
sides
when
of
he
the mirror.
entered.
Hmm.
Well, we've got an
well,
activation on both sides. At least we can get out, no matter whatever it is we're getting out of.
yeah. Well, thank
Just to
God.
keep
Kashara,
track.
have you heard of anything like this mirror magic?
Not a fucking clue.
Okay, good. It's not just
But
me
just
who's
by
out
the
camping in
by,
the woods.
so who's Ashe is flipped? I'm just gonna make a note of this.
The girls are all flipped
go
right
with it.
now.
All right, the girls.
I'm
Ashe,
not
Ava,
flipped.
and Reservoir.
Well,
So
at
I'm
least
gonna
we
do-
have
I'm
an
gonna mark-
on-off switch.
I'm gonna mark
which
with
is-
this. I'm gonna mark the yellow.
And I just flipped back to non.
Mhm.
So let's
I'm
go.
gonna do a cursory walk around the room, see if I see anything different perspective wise.
Make a perception check.
Didn't even know we were on a map.
Wait,
That
wait,
could've
wait. So Warwick's like tattoos flipped and stuff like that. Does anyone have tattoos with words on them?
I have.
Do the words
Yeah.
flip?
When he was mirrored in relation to you, yes.
So he's because he's opposite from me.
So right now they're flipped, but when he
Right now they're
was
yeah.
affected, they were not flipped.
Exactly.
That's weird.
Hmm.
Oh, let's go in. Let's press the button.
Well, we can't really go in.
There's no way to push anything. There's not. The door's closed.
Well, if we're all on one
That's-
side, we might be able to get into the door, or we go back to the village and maybe it's all bright light. Oh wait, bright light's bad.
Bright light is terrible, and there's darkness runes tagged against this whole altar.
Let's go. I'll go back to yellow.
Del, you're
I'll flip
muted.
again.
All right, you go flip again.
Yep.
And now you see Ava, the backwards word, become front facing again. Burlock, front facing words go backwards.
Before I go and touch the giant globe, spinny globe, can I just do one more check around and see if I can find anything? Well, there's nothing else apart from the globe and the thing.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Does anyone want to assist?
I will, but I'm going to be assisting backwards.
Okay.
Just to try to figure out if I can see the door. Or see if I can switch or something.
What you do notice, you kind of have a wander around the room looking for a secret switch or something that would give it away. And as you kind of walked near the ladder, kind of peering under the rubble, a gust blows in through the chamber, and your clothes are blown back a bit. And then you notice it didn't affect anyone else. The wind just passed by them, and their clothes didn't rustle, their hair didn't move, nothing.
Did anyone else just fear that gust of wind?
Yeah, what?
No.
Stuff what?
Can I go up to someone and just try to touch them?
Yep, you go up and you touch them. They're there, they're
They're
physical. Yep.
I pinch. I pinch. Yeah.
You are pinched. Take 1 point of pinch damage, halved to 0.
Oh.
If you can't get in the door,
Well,
follow
there was
the
a
oars.
gust of wind from around here, so I felt it. All right.
You definitely heard it coming from above, from up the ladder.
Okay. All right. I go to the globe and I pull the lever up, touch it and say the words.
Speak the words, and suddenly now all of you, all as it should be, from your own relative perspective.
Okay.
Welcome to the dark side, Burlock. Your soul is now. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you have cookies?
No, we need to get cookies for the dark
We
side.
need to get cookies. I go back to the door and I try to
Wait.
pull or push the door.
Guys, would food
Nothing.
still taste like shit here?
Oh shit, that's very important.
Unscrew the bottom of my dagger and to open up the booze holder inside and drink.
It'd still be vinegar.
It had to have been in Avernus, so it doesn't unspoil.
Someone make some food.
Someone make some alcohol, please.
Oh man, I didn't create food and water for today.
If you touch the globe and you flip over to this mirror
Muted, Del.
dimension.
Sorry, I did that when I had to get my pen. I said, I can make some water. Unfortunately, I have not magically become an alcohol genasi since the last time you asked, though.
Water would be nice.
I pull out some of the demon ichor. Could this help you turn into an alcohol genasi?
Nope. Please keep that as far away from me as humanly possible, considering don't have any ability to restore something like that.
You don't, but I do.
And do I trust you to actually help me is the question. Not if you pour that on me. So,
Well,
Shara,
if
you still
give me
haven't
alcohol,
touched the
then-
globe and said words, have
Oh,
you?
yeah. Okay. She goes
Just
up and
Be
speaks
careful.
the words and flips.
Okay, now, has anything changed? They're all in this chamber. We've all been flipped. Mirror
runes are
universe.
the same. They didn't flip, so they probably flipped
It's
along with
Points.
us.
She points up. The ladder goes somewhere different.
Hmm?
None of you can see it because it's in darkness. She can. The ladder goes somewhere different. It's not the cave anymore.
Oh.
Great.
Oh, that's evil.
Back to the rope.
The rope. Follow along. Follow the leader, I guess.
Thank you,
Kishara,
Kishara.
lead the way.
Thank you,
Lead the way,
Kishara.
please.
You.
You are amazing. You are our hero.
I know.
You should be a great, glorious demon. Well, you shouldn't be, but you know.
You all grasp on and start climbing the ladder once again. And
What does
once
demon
more
ichor
into
do
the
to a
darkness.
demon?
I'd rather not find out.
Does it make you an angel?
Ha!
Let's not
That'll
test
be fun.
it.
Just thoughts.
You climb. And then who, at first, Kishara pulls out, and who would be the second behind her?
I would.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, you can
Okay.
go.
I'm last.
You feel the top of the ladder pass. You reach for a rung and it's not there. And you kind of feel around and you push your head out and you emerge in a tunnel. You will now find yourselves in a like a square tunnel leading to either side. You see the floor is made of this strange wrought metal, and the walls and ceiling as well. It's all like it's fashioned just out of one sheet of metal, this entire cylinder. On one side you see plants and vegetation clustered and bunched up so tightly and wound together. It is a thicket you cannot see through, just completely opaque. On the other side, you see the metal give way almost abruptly to that same stone from before. And on the walls, lit up on either side of you, you see torches lit with flames, which have no candle or wick, appear to be magical flames lighting this place. Notably, candles and torches that look strangely out of place, like they don't belong in this place.
I ask.
Perhaps, I mean, doesn't take a leap of logic to guess at probably something put in later.
Can we see whatever is going on here?
You do. You kind of look forward, and you see a ghostly figure hovering, suspended in the air, translucent and golden in color. And you kind of peek closer. It's just hovering there. Its arms kind of in this formation. One raised up to the ceiling, one out to the side. And its face is completely blank. And the back of its head, it's like a smashed in piece of pottery. Like a vase made of porcelain, and the back of it had been bludgeoned in with a hammer, leaving just an empty space there where the back of the head would be, and little bits of floating detritus around the back, and it just stands there motionless, facing a doorway opposite it.
Right, well, that's certainly
I would like everyone
creepy.
to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I mean, mid-range.
With bonuses
Oh,
near
wait.
me.
I'm not a wizard, so I should be good at those.
My
Just throw it
charisma's
down.
actually
Oh my
shit.
god.
Surprise.
Holy
That was a
heck.
6. Oh jeez.
Nice. Oh, right, the plus
Wait,
3.
what?
Oh.
Not 12, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have a
'Cause,
9.
Or a protection.
Protection.
So, would be a 21.
I'll be a 15.
And Ashe gets plus 3.
It's a
Is
9.
it from Aura of
yep.
Protection? 9.
It'd be a
Okay.
9.
All right, cool. Is anyone not... That is everyone. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So yeah, you see this figure just floating there.
That's creepy.
Well, we're supposed to
see-
shun the light, right? It seems like there's light coming from that way, so
Is there really any other way to go? I mean, there's
I've-
torches here.
there's this direction, which seems less bright.
I think we should go up. There's a torch up that way.
It looks like there
Right.
are 2.
Let's go that way.
Okay. Just remove all the yellow because that's no longer applicable. All right. You wander up and you see the tunnel kind of opens up to this small little area. 2 more torches lit there and a door in front of you. A smaller stone door, similar to before.
Does it have the same sort of patterning?
At a cursory glance, it appears to, yes.
Any handles?
This one does. Again, appears to have been installed later.
Glance back, see if anyone's joining me.
I'm kind of there. Do you want me to open it for you?
Just hanging back.
I mean, I don't mind opening it. I just didn't want to be totally alone.
Sending the dwarf.
Okay.
Pull it.
So I look at the door.
Hey.
I assume it's a pull door. I don't want to do the whole...
All right. You reach and you pull the door, and you see a flash of light as a glyph is triggered. Could I get Burlock, Reservoir, and Warwick to please make a dexterity saving throws?
Oh,
With
yay.
bonuses.
Yep.
Just watching this happen.
How could I roll exactly the same thing twice?
15. 15. An 8, I don't think will do it. Does that include your...
Mine's already mine's automatically included.
Okay.
Because it's always on for me.
Burlock and Reservoir, you throw yourselves backwards as a gout of... just a burst of fire erupts from this doorway. Burlock, Warwick, you take 12, 14, 16. You take 20 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
Reservoir and Burlock, you take half of that. You take 10.
Oof.
As a glyph embedded in the door flashes outwards and sears you.
Important question. I don't know. Does Ashe's temporary hit points, do they go away after a certain period of time, or do we just have
There
them
is
until
no-
Yeah, how long do they last?
So there is no actual wording. I think it lasts until we take a rest. I would say that would be
Cool.
what it is.
Yeah,
Because
that's... Sounds good. So yeah, you would still have those.
Alright. Fantastic. Right.
Stay
Should
away
have
from the light.
expected some sort of trap, particularly being probably installed by Mordenkainen.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
Did the door open?
It did. Yes.
It did. Okay.
okay, cool. So there is stuff behind after the door. It's not just like a door,
Yeah.
a small 1x1 square, and it's like a
Right. So the next door can check it for magical traps and can dispel them if I'm not being a total idiot.
Well,
Okay.
door, me,
yeah.
open, happens.
You see before you now in the next chamber a diamond-shaped chamber with another one of those glowing crystals set firmly in the middle. Around the crystal are patterns, geometric patterns embedded in the stone which glow with an eerie green light, and 4 pillars supporting the ceiling.
I would.
And the
Walk
chamber
in.
splits off in 3 more directions in a symmetrical symmetry to the way you just entered.
Well, following the globes, good idea. Be nice if Mordenkainen actually told us about the whole trapped situation.
I mean, are we even sure Mordenkainen was the person that created this place?
Well,
I highly doubt he created it.
he might have made the lights in the main entry hall.
I mean, if he created this place, then he created that village, right?
Well, he is an eternal after all.
I don't think he's a
Eternal,
god.
Relatively. I mean,
You don't
wizards.
know- You haven't met any wizards, have you?
Wizards, given enough time, could do anything technically. If they're bored.
He's not wrong. It's typically a matter of you running out of time.
How much time they have and how good or evil they have depends on what they create.
I mean, he's Mordenkainen. There's literally spells named after him, so.
You got a first edition scroll apparently.
Yeah, isn't signed. If we do get him, we need to try to get him to sign that.
That won't make.
Which way should we go?
I think the first course of action to decide what this is. Does it go walk up towards the thing in the middle?
Oh, this ain't gonna end well.
It never ends well. But
Does it
that's
look
our planning.
Does it look similar to the thing that we saw before?
It looks pretty much identical.
Are the runes the same as on the other one?
Looks to be, yeah.
Without opening, I'll approach the other doors.
I wonder what would happen if you reversed back while here.
I know. That'd be interesting, right? I touch it and say the words.
Oh
I'm in full support.
Science.
Utter
Everyone
out
else
the-
went, oh fuck, and I'm like,
You utter out the words and nothing. You don't feel any sensation.
Does everyone still look? Does he look? Sorry. Does Ashe still look mirrored to us? Back to
Nope,
normal.
looks the same.
Well, we're all the same currently.
Yeah, so if Ashe,
So Ashe didn't mirror.
Ashe
Yeah,
mirror. So.
then-
Doesn't
Maybe new
seem-
words.
Maybe new words, yeah. Maybe new words.
I will save you some confusion. I haven't written that part yet. Explore without the crystals now. Hint.
Yes, okay.
Well, we don't know what's going to lead us to what's in these doors. Perhaps we should
Explore
figure
the
out what we
doors.
know before we go around changing things up.
Or we could just go to the doors. We got 4 doors.
Well,
Do we have a way to open these doors from far away? We don't want that gout of fire happening again.
Well, let's just make sure they don't have the gouts of fire.
yes, well, we can check them for traps.
Maybe I should go first. I'm pretty quick at dodging that sort of stuff.
I mean, that's fine.
I prefer it not being me.
I mean,
so...
Kashara could go, doesn't she? Isn't Kashara resistant to fire, anyways?
Aren't you resistant to fire?
I'm not just resistant to fire. I'm immune to it.
Perfect. All right, perfect. Go open that door. Go.
What about
But if
holy
it's
fire?
not-
We know
Fire?
for sure that it's fire.
Or
I
holy
mean,
fire?
you don't tell her to do something.
You have to
ask her.
Sorry. Kashara, can you please go open that door for us? And
If
let me
it's
tell
fire,
you,
then yes. If it's anything else, then fuck no.
but you
Well,
have to
I'll
understand,
just-
100%
I'll give
of
you
the time
gold.
it's been fire. 100% of the time it's been fire. So why would that change?
Okay, I'm going to go examine one of the doors.
Okay.
I'll go over to this one.
While
you know.
Reservoir's examining one of the doors, I'm gonna go open another one.
Oh my god!
Okay. First of all, could I
Would
get
you-
an Arcana check from Reservoir?
We'll deal with Reservoir first.
This is incredible. It gives me
As
so
a
much
player,
anxiety, but
thank
I love
you.
it.
As everything else, I hate you. right
Arcana.
now.
Oh,
You
the
see-
one
you-
time I roll well.
You look down and you look at the runes, and you see now in the handle, and attached to where the door meets, you see a glyph of activation, and there you see the enchantment that leads to the evocation. Oh, this one's actually lightning. Okay, good to know.
Not fire.
You see, and as you make that realization, there is a flash of light. And Ava, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Of course, I have evasion as well. So
Yep. And with that, a burst of fire from that door flings out towards you, and you quickly jump backwards, avoiding it entirely. And now
it's
that
fire.
They
Fire.
are
door is
not
open
all
to you.
fire. They are not all fire.
So,
And as you look forward, you see a study. You see tables and chairs. You see a carpet. You see what looks to be the end of a bed.
Guys, there's like a bedroom in here.
Burlock just
Reservoir, Ava's
Go ahead.
opening doors.
That one is lightning.
I think this one was
Thank
lightning
you.
too.
Thank
Can I
you.
Can I look at this other door then?
Okay, make an Arcana check.
I am good at these, I think.
28.
Yes.
Yep. Easily. You sketch out the same runes. Activation, evocation, fire.
Fire. So 2 fire and 1 lightning.
actually be 3 fires because it was
3
fire
fires,
Oh,
down there.
yes.
the entrance, right.
So I was half expecting earth, wind, fire,
Maybe.
water. Does that make the last one hard?
I'm having
Maybe,
flashbacks.
yeah.
Is there a fire rat somewhere here?
I
Hey!
don't know, maybe.
That's not very polite.
Go open that door
So-
then. It's 100% fire. I told you.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, go
Kashara
open that
kind
door
of-
for us, please.
Flaps over and just kind of like grabs hold and like, and then just she's completely engulfed. and you hear as the fire fades, you hear a startling cry of shock. As you now see on the other side of the doorway.
Oh god.
You see on the other side of the doorway another one of those ghostly figures standing there.
Look close,
Blank
look
face.
close, look close.
You quickly close the door again, and yep, the door is now closed.
Yeah.
Hey,
That was-
Reservoir, there's books in here if you want to come geek out.
Yes. My immediate thought when I heard the word study was books.
Kashara, thank
the
you.
stairs.
Let's just everyone go into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
study so we are a bit safer.
You're
downstairs.
welcome. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I thought you were
Where
like,
are you going?
I thought you were panicking because it was holy fire.
No, I was panicking because of the fucking creepy ass ghost that fucking was right there.
Are you going all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
All right. Thank you
I'm
again.
bursting for a wee, so I'll be right back.
we, could,
Bad timing, but I just can't hold it any longer.
we could always shut down because we're getting close to the end anyway. But
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm
Investigate all the things.
sure he's gonna.
Books.
actually, GM power.
When he gets back, literally the first thing I'm gonna do is pull the rug out and check under it.
Can Warwick still be standing on the rug?
Yes.
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 Even I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
What is this? Stay away from the light. Does that mean stay away from the lightning as well? Does that count?
I
Well,
don't
fire is
know.
light. Lightning is light.
Everything's light.
Everything is light. I have no idea, honestly.
Why is only one lightning? I don't understand.
There was two.
So
There's only one.
no,
There's one.
only one lightning.
Then what
One
hit
light-
Ava?
One lightning.
No,
Fire.
that was fire.
Light.
Yeah, the one
That
that
was fire.
attacked me was fire.
Okay.
Only
Yeah,
one that's
I
lightning.
misheard it.
So one light. I mean, it's always possible that he just ran out of fire spells.
It's like I can just
Run out
imagine
of-
Mordenkainen, the world's greatest magician, to say, "I didn't prepare fire. Just
I don't
Well,
think
no, it's
fine.
not that
whoever
you don't,
made
it's not that you
this.
don't prepare it. It's that you use up all the slots of that level, so you pick a new spell for the other levels.
Wait,
Don't
do we
think that's how it
seriously
works.
seriously think that Morden kind of made this place? Because I kind of doubt it.
well,
I
Mordenkainen
doubt-
made traps."
He's
I
known
don't
for
know.
having interdimensional things
I mean,
in spaces.
it's true. It's true.
We're kind of in an interdimensional space
Anyway,
inside.
all right, I'm going to
of
do an
the-
investigation now. So we're going
Okay.
to.
Oh yeah. Now that you're back, I will say what I said to everyone else. I'm gonna pull the rug out and check under it.
And
Okay.
I'm going to do a reflex.
Pull the rug out. Nothing there. It is just a rug.
I'm still doing my reflex.
Yep.
I didn't fall over because that was also said.
All right, so investigation,
Okay, what are you looking for specifically?
notes, books, anything of might be use.
Okay.
A letter saying this is my
Ah.
plan.
I am investigating as well.
So, yeah. So just while we're here, just so I haven't had the chance to describe this room yet,
Oh yeah.
you see what looks to be a chamber of this strange structure hastily converted into a living space / study. A rather luxurious bed sits in one corner with a chest at its foot. But that is, in comparison to the rest of the room, the finest elegant thing there is. The rest of it is a scroll of messy notes, books, bookshelves, ledgers and notes just scattered around, as well as one of those glowing crystals deactivated on the desk in the corner, and a set of stairs leading upwards.
I look
Okay.
at the bed and see if it's dusty, or like if it's like look like it's been disturbed or undisturbed.
It looks like it was. It looks like it's been made,
So it's
but there's
been,
no dust.
It's not
like
covered in
it's
mold.
been used recently.
There hasn't been a lot of dust anywhere here.
Anyone
Recently, yeah, but noticeably there is very little dust here at all. There's, there's a timelessness to this space. Things look like they could be frozen in suspended animation. So you're not sure, you can't gather any sort of age from any of the items here.
Is anyone else going to help me investigation, or is it just going to be?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
investigate. And specifically, I'm looking for names. Because I know wizards love to write their names in their books, So I want to see if this is actually Mordenkainen's study or not.
What's your investigation, Ed?
Mine's +9.
All right, I'll give you advantage then if I'm allowed.
Do you have
I'm
proficiency
also
in investigation?
I do, yes.
In that case, you can do that. You can
Okay.
you can aid in a check if you are proficient in it.
Yep.
I can't. At least in investigation.
I shall investigate. +9. Let's go.
Investigate.
20. What the? I give myself Flash of Genius of 26.
26. Okay.
+5.
I would like you to roll me a d8.
Alrighty.
Oh.
One date. 8.
8. A lot of these books are unmarked. And there's a few things. A couple of them have interesting things on the spine, but you scour through, and then one catches your attention. A dark and black tome with nothing written on the spine in one of the bookshelves. Curiously, you pull it out, and it is bound by chain and lock. But otherwise, the black leather front is untitled, unmarked, blank. But it is locked up tight.
Let me see. I found something, and it may be, sealed for a reason, but could be something that we can use.
The last sealed book I saw, it had pornography and just no, we just leave that sealed. Don't need to go through it.
Sorry, but curiosity is getting the better of me, to be honest.
If it burns your eyes out, that's on you.
Fair enough.
Magical traps before you go.
Oh yeah, magical traps.
Can you do that, Reservoir? I'm gonna spend some time conjuring something.
Oh yeah, I'll go and I'll look it over and turn away from where I've been looking all over the desk for notes on shit.
Oh yes. Oh, I thought I had to, but I'm going to conjure some thieves' tools.
Okay. Arcana. You see there's a little bit of magic in the chains in this book, the nature of which you can't ascertain.
If I can't figure it out, then I'll start spending 10 minutes casting Identify on them.
Okay. So, at the end of that 10 minutes, I assume, Ashe, you've made your thieves' tools. In the meantime, is there anyone else wanting to do anything while these two are working?
Open the door.
No, I'm not Ava.
Not yet. Maybe.
Is there any other signs of light, any other signs that could be used to figure out whose room this was, or anything else of interest in this room?
Make an investigation check.
Okay, cool. I should do that.
There's plenty. There's no shortage of books here. Roll a d8.
Okay.
I'm so tempted to open the door now that you've pointed it out to me.
Do not open the door.
It calls.
6. You scroll through. You kind of peer through some of the books, and you pull out one. It's a thick tome, with ragged bits of vellum paper and a purple tome with geometric signs scribbled on it. What languages do you speak?
Okay, here we go. Okay. Common, Dwarfish, Abyssal, Infernal, Celestial.
You do not understand the writing on this book.
Oh. Hold up the book for anyone else if they want to look at it. Found an interesting book here. Does anyone else read?
Let's see.
Squiggle.
Irem, Common, Dwarvish, and Primordial.
Work?
Yeah, it's all the stuff I know has been covered.
Reservoir or Ashe, what languages do you
Nope.
speak?
Only Common, Dwarvish, Primordial. That's it. Why does everyone speak
Uh,
Primordial?
Oh wait, no, I've got
Celestial
Infernal.
and Elvish. Well, you and I speak Primordial because we're Genasi.
That's fair.
I don't remember what gave me Primordial, but why
we can-
not?
Don't speak in Primordial.
None of you understand the language on this tome.
Elvish.
Do we recognize the oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on it.
The
The
script?
script?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like does it have, like, for example, like Elvish and Undercommon use the same like letters?
You would recognize it as the Elvish script.
It's
Okay.
Elvish. Oh, one
It's
of
not
the-
So,
Elvish. It's not
it's
Elvish.
not.
But you
It
would,
may
from
be
history check.
okay. Can do. I'm proficient in history, so I like those checks. 20.
20. You recognize the script as Undercommon.
It's probably Undercommon. It's honestly, it makes sense. You know, typically used by dark elves and people who live underground.
Do you think
Evil
we're underground?
No, but yes, at the same time.
Are we
I
still in
mean,
hell?
we're in a mine. I don't think we are
This-
in the ground. I wouldn't
This is
necessarily
very
say we're
meta.
underground.
We are in Avernus on a floating island under the ground of the mountain that's floating in the sky of Avernus. So we're underground of the overground.
But we were
Is that going
teleported.
like overpass, underpass, the overpass?
The levels of layers going down makes you start thinking of the fractals in the stones. You got to stop yourself right there. Really.
So a
It's like,
montage, a double montage with a flashback inside a flashback.
Oh god, no.
No, a
Um,
flashback
Oh.
inside a flashback inside a double montage. And that's what we did yesterday. The City of Mist.
You're kidding.
No, we didn't.
Oh god.
Okay.
I'll do a search.
All right, I'll keep a hold of the book because in
Okay,
case it might be useful for later.
Yep. Anyone who wants to roll an investigation and
Would rather
I'm,
perception than-
I'm gonna roll an
Roll the-
investigation. I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna have a-
Warwick, roll a d8.
I'm gonna look around the room, do some fun stuff.
I will after I'm done helping Ashe.
Yeah.
But I'm currently.
This book is getting opened.
Warwick, you find another fucking book on botany. Like
Toilet paper.
What do I find?
Ava, d8. D8.
Oh, maybe thorny.
2.
50 Shades of
Okay.
Potion.
You look through and you find a book on, of all things, mathematics.
I hate math, and I put it back.
Yeah, just immediately.
Riveting.
Not even toilet paper? Wow. that must have
So
been bad.
tempted. I'm so tempted to just throw it in that torch over there.
Torches aren't on fire. It's magic.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Any luck on that chained book?
Yeah, so 10 minutes. So as you found one interesting book, two maybe not so interesting books, And the 10 minutes are up, so the thieves' tools are created, and the book you're casting Identify.
On the chains
On the
that
chains.
I noticed some magic glyphs on.
Chains have a similar warding spell on them
Okay.
to try and keep. You get the sense that it's something to keep away prying eyes from It's something to keep away would-be readers.
Right.
It's not evocation, so you know it's not going to blow up in your face, which is good. You get enchantment.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on it. On the chains.
Okay. What level are you casting at?
Things are pretty high level here, but I'll do it at 4 level.
I saw that.
Okay. Could I have you roll a d20 and add your charisma?
It'd be hilarious if Moonconnor's diary. Today I've.
Do I add proficiency too, or just charisma?
Today,
just
the
charisma.
Arcana called me something nasty.
I'm sorry,
So
I couldn't hear you.
No, just charisma.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to add your proficiency, you need to be a special kind of wizard. Unfortunately, not.
I wouldn't be paying attention. I would be making my tools still.
The spell flashes,
Got no dice. We got nothing.
and you're about to say something.
What?
I thought you were about to say something.
Oh, well, you're done making your tools because I finished with Identify.
Oh, I'm done? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. If that's the case, I'll be watching you do this. And I
I-
guess I would do Flash of Genius to help you out, regardless.
Oh.
Okay.
Or there's, well, yeah.
So that's
I
a
can try
14,
again.
It's a 14.
Yeah.
which is a 14, which will still not be good enough.
Right. I'll cast it again.
I thought I was going to blow up in your face.
I mean, what happens when she casts it for the first time?
You
Just
send in the spell to try and dispel the disruption and to try and break the glyphs on the chain, but the spell fizzles out and doesn't catch.
I'll do it at 5th level.
Okay, 5th level.
I'll use that spell slot.
You focus more of your power and push in against the glyphs, and see the glyphs shatter. And as that moment of shattering hits, you realize that was a Geish spell that you just dispelled.
Oh, okay.
Reservoir gets a little excited at because she's a nerd and that's so cool, but also is also simultaneously terrified. That could have been awful and not great at all. And also starts wondering what the command was and just in general nerds it out. But we'll hand the book over to Ashe. Should be okay now.
Okay.
Thank you. Are the chains broken off already?
No, the chains are still there. They're just no longer enchanted.
Just the spell, I believe.
All right.
Yeah, there is still a lock.
I will try to pick the lock.
Roll a thieves' tools. You have expertise in this because.
Oh yeah, I do have expertise.
Tool expertise, which is.
Yeah, that is true. Attribute
Dex plus
dexterity.
6.
That's a natural 20.
And with that, easy as anything, you put your thieves' tools into the lock, and it's a complicated lock. There's several tumblers. It's all a complicated mechanical system, but you find your way through it, and the chains fall off.
Can I just imagine that Ashe is going, all right, 1 is binding, little bit on 2.
A little bit on 2 right there. This is actually harder to break into some
I got a
houses.
3.
Boink. Just break it open.
False. Back to 2.
False gate on 4.
All right. The chains fall off, and
We're all
I
killed.
I turned to the first page of the book.
You open the first page. Do
Like
you
looking
speak
over her shoulder.
Draconic?
Do I speak Draconic? As a matter of fact, I do not. It's all
Anyone here
gibberish.
speak Draconic?
No one speaks I don't speak Draconic.
We've had this previously.
I think we have had this previously.
I can. Well, technically, I have a scroll that can make it so that I can speak any language,
Let's not read.
but I can't read any. I don't have anything that can help me read any.
I don't
language.
think I have the.
Is
thing
it
where
what
I
what
can-
spell would that be?
I have a scroll of tongues.
Let me read up on tongues.
Tongues is different from
Just-
read magic or read.
Yeah,
Just double check.
it's not comprehend languages.
Yeah, that's the one. Comprehend languages. yeah.
Comprehend. Oh man. Comprehend languages. Why don't artificers get that spell? Oh man.
Can't wait till 13th level, then I can like speak any language.
Really? You get that at 13th level? I get that next level.
Tongue of the sun and moon.
I get that next.
Oh. So once more, after all that time, you find yourself frustrated
Actually,
that you've broken
Kishara,
into that book. Yeah?
can you speak Draconic or Undercommon?
No, I speak Infernal and Common.
Can you speak in tongues?
No, I can't do that either.
Just checking.
Tongues. Blah, 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 blah.
That's exactly it. Yes.
Exactly. I can speak in tongues. Thank you, though.
This is
Curses lack of languages.
unfortunate. Why didn't we coordinate our languages? Anyways, looks like it's in a language none of us understand. Can we at least recognize that's Draconic?
Yeah, it's the Draconic script is very recognizable, particularly to those of an arcane persuasion, because you know dragons were the first wizards. A majority of arcane writing and the glyphs, the actual glyphs that make up arcane, written components are Draconic runes. So you recognize them instantly.
I'm going to ask for some. I'm
I
going to
could
ask to
learn
roll
it,
for something.
but-
And you would know, Reservoir, that among the highest arcane circles, Draconic is the de facto language. So the most sort of advanced texts, the most sort of like writings of like secret arcane societies and arch mages of the highest order, they would use Draconic in their writing because it's almost like a tradition.
Mhm.
Like the oldest
picked that
arch
over Elvish.
mages, the oldest tomes. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask? I'm going to ask something absolutely stupid. Could
By
I
all
find
means.
a Draconic to Common dictionary?
Make an
Funny.
investigation check.
We could always ask Tiamat.
No. What is it with you and fucking Tiamat?
Hey,
speaks
hey,
the
goddess,
language.
hey,
There's
can
a
you
book
read
on
this?
botany.
Read this for me. I'll
I was
sacrifice
tempted for the botany.
botany for it.
23. You don't find specifically a book of
Draconic for
Draconic.
dummies.
Draconic for dummies. You do find a selection of scrolls, though. You start peering through them, and you find... Well, you don't know what the scrolls are. You can't read scrolls.
I point him over to Reservoir.
So
Reservoir.
you find a lot of scrolls.
I find a crate full of scrolls under the bed.
Go
Would these be useful?
look through them. Invite
Okay.
Ashe to join me as well.
Pull one out.
I can tell
I'll
that she
look
has
through
some
them.
It's a
magical
scroll of
ability.
darkness.
Okay.
Scroll of darkness. Scroll of darkness. Another scroll. More. Like, almost all of these are scrolls of darkness.
Can I ask
But then you
how
do
many are
find-
there?
There are
Rolls D20. 20.
D100.
there are 7 scrolls of darkness,
Okay.
and there are 2 scrolls of comprehend languages.
Thank
The
you.
GM gave us
Thank-
pity. Thank you, GM.
Yes, thank you, GM.
It was in there already.
You see Reservoir's eyes just light
Because
up.
even the best archmages can't necessarily speak every language.
I'm
That's why
sorry, I
they
don't
Makes sense
speak.
for them to have
I don't speak angst teen vampire books.
Yeah, I don't speak. Sorry, I never thought to take the time to learn grung. So
Alright.
You got it. Perfect. Alrighty.
Oh.
The mercy
this
was
is
helping you
amazing,
find
and there
that
are
easily.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Um.
I was
Right.
expecting 23 investigation, and
that was a good roll, though. To be fair,
Yes.
and you said you were
Well-
looking for something to help translate, which
Yes.
yeah,
thank
Fair
you.
enough.
A couple things. So, there are 2 of them here, which is fantastic. I don't have any paper or ink. I could technically
There's so much
learn
paper
it,
here.
and I could copy it. It has to be nice paper.
Do you want my
and
toilet paper book?
fine inks. So if we can find some of those, I can actually copy it in my spellbook, and I will have it forever. But there are
I
2
would
of
say
them
with
here.
the
and I only...
with the investigation checks that have already been rolled, there is more than enough of this arcane paper and ink to go around. Like, this is an Arch Mage's private study.
Okay.
There is so much of that shit. You could copy any spell you want with the stuff in here.
Okay.
And Dell is so happy right now.
So, if you don't mind, I might take one of these and copy them into my book, and then I will have it literally forever. All I will need to do is spend like 10 minutes, and I will be able to read any writing at any given point in time. But there are 2 here, so we could use one of them right now
Well.
if we wanted to do it quickly.
Yeah,
Should
go for it.
we-
I mean, you can go ahead and use this. For me, my training's not well. I've never been trained, so I can't really use these kind of scrolls. Most of them, anyways.
Well, okay. I will use one of the scrolls then, one of the 2, and cast
You roll it
comprehend
up.
languages.
Cast the incantation, and you suddenly, the words rearrange themselves into one you can understand.
Yay.
First, you pick out the book Burlock found. The one with the symbol on the front is that of a dodecahedron, with an infinity symbol twisting through it. You flick over the first page and you see Dunamancy. And you...
Is that a term I'm familiar with?
No, you would not be familiar with this term. And you start to flick through, and you find a book about a heretofore undiscovered school of magic. Originating from a distant dark elf culture on a completely different material plane. Magic that focuses on the bending of space and time, fate, destiny, and the fabric of the universe. With this book, any spellcaster among this party may learn, when appropriate, any Dunamancy spell from Explorer's Guide to Wildmount.
Yep.
When they reach the right level.
Yepper. Oh boy.
That stuff is nuts.
Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
And
You
it
gave
is
me
fascinating.
Fortune's favor, but now I can learn other things.
I did give you that,
Yes.
and you find Fortune's favor in amongst that, as well as spells to enhance gravity, to create wells to pull and suck people in and crush them. You see spells to link targets together from impossible distances apart, tying their very fates together so that they are When one is affected by damage or healing, the other affects the same, no matter how far apart they are. You see spells to speed and slow the flow of time. It's incredible.
Reservoir completely nerds out.
And you have to force yourself. Yeah.
There's the other book.
Almost forgets
You have
about
to
the
force
other.
yourself
Almost forgets. Yeah.
The one.
You have to force yourself to put it down. You have to force yourself to put it down. Reluctantly, you replace it back on the table, keeping a note of where it is for later. You pick up the other book, flick open the first page, and it says, "A collection of writings and musings on the elder evils." And that's where we're going to end today's session.
No.
No idea what's going on.
Oh, that was insane.
We're all dead.
I can
Yay.
imagine Reservoir just geeking out, going, yes, yes. And then Elder Evil Book is like, I found this book and no.
Honestly, even though it's like mortally terrifying, it's like Reservoir is almost at the point where like she could cry. She is so happy. This stuff is amazing. And she has not seen like this level of dedication to magic since Elturel fell. So she's so happy.
We're still lost in a different plane.
Terrified, but happy.
And the world's about to end. All worlds are about to end. But you're happy.
Look, sometimes you
Right.
gotta find the moments of light. Not the best turn of phrase to use given where we are in the warnings we were given, but true
And we
nonetheless.
just found a bucket load of continued like darkness spells. So yeah, I think that might be a warning in itself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Considering this, you can actually also put the darkness scrolls in your book.
I think darkness is a ritual spell.
Is it? I don't think it is.
I think it is.
It is not.
Either way, let's wrap up.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, no, I'm thinking of silence.
Yeah.
Emi,
Oh, my outro.
I was
Hi,
with the
I'm
chat.
Hi, I'm Emi Rabbit, and you guys call me Emi. I play Eva, the human monk. And yes, this has been very interesting. I am so like, I'm just like, this place has some creepy vibes. Some creepy vibes. But if you want to see more of me, you can find me over on twitch.tv/Gathering of Nerds, where we play all sorts of games. We play Minecraft. We've been doing like multiplayer streams where it's just like a game night. We've also got a Vampire the Masquerade game. I think we're on our Gathering Presents streams. I think we're still playing Shadowrun, a Shadowrun game. So we've got a whole bunch of things going on there and more on the way. So yeah, this has been fun, and I'll see you guys next week.
MLP.
Hi, I'm MrLiveProducer. I've been playing Burlock Ungut, your Dwarven Barbarian Ranger, who also is apparently the best detective.
The
That's
best.
some good investigation.
That was a great investigation. And I was so happy about out of character, I'm so happy about finding the book about Dunamancy. I was so happy. And you can usually catch me up on MrLiveProducer at Twitch, and I will be usually mostly do VR, but recently I've been doing some GM prep streams for something coming to this channel very, very soon. Don't know when it's going to be announced yet, but yeah, it's going to be.
Announced now. If you'd like.
I'll be running the Call of Cthulhu campaigns over on GoblinCaveTV. So yes, this is what I've been working on recently.
So how many months is it now?
Almost a year for masks.
Yeah.
Like, considering it's 2 books of about this thickness is a scenario. It is massive.
And you mentioned this morning something like 1,000 handouts.
About 1,500 plus handouts,
Yeah.
100 different characters with actual portraits. It is being a labor.
Jeez.
Literally, it is being crazy thing again. And I'm 2 locations away from finishing it. I'm about halfway through the 5th location now.
So we've just got our 4th member in this week and we're going to start some stuff up shortly. That's going to be happening soon.
Yeah, so that equally makes me happy and also completely terrifies me, like this campaign. I'm loving it.
Del.
Hi everyone, I'm Della. I've been playing Reservoir, your Water Genasi sorcerer, pretending to be a wizard, who, you know, is doing okay in hell for the first time in a while. So yeah, I'm not. You can't find me anywhere but here, or just don't. Get a spell.
Stalking.
Don't.
Stalking. No, bad.
That's all I got.
Will.
Yes. Hey everyone. Name's Will. I play Ashe the Fire Genasi Artificer. Today was a lot of fun. A lot of interesting things to see and things to do. And I should have fucking took Draconic. I don't know why I didn't. I thought there would be dwarves in Avernus. I don't know why. Anyways, yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed the episode today. And make sure to leave some community interaction in our comment section and like section. And make sure to just, you know, give us some help, and I hope everyone enjoyed. And next week we'll see you soon.
Of that community interaction, please don't comment on Lorian's audio. We knew we tried to fix it. We did as best we can. It was much better than what it was.
It was a lot better.
Was it still not very good?
Still
running. Shit.
Your problem now isn't the actual thing; it's your clipping.
Yeah.
So when
I'm
Scarlet
clipping.
writes, when
We'll get into it
Scarlet
later.
goes,
If that was the problem, you should have told me. I could have easily fixed that.
We're alive. Anyway.
I can fix
You
that right
had
now.
so
It's
much-
literally just go. Boop.
you're having so much fun.
Lorian.
Hi, I'm Lorian Ross, your clipping GM apparently.
Nah, still doing it.
And I think I can announce it. Today has been an entirely homebrew module.
Yay.
So I'm working on this own little mini adventure, which I hopefully I'm going to publish somewhere down the line. But these fine folk at Goblin Cave TV are going to be the first to playtest it.
And
So
TPK.
you'll get to see that live as part of this. And I've kind of just slotted it into Avernus nicely. And I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. You've not even seen like the weirdest of what's going to be going on. This is going to be great. I can't wait.
Yeah, so going to die. But okay. And while I'm doing my spiel, Lorian's going to set up the Syrinscape audio.
That's right.
Before you forget.
Thank you for reminding
So
me.
thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you for the chats and for everything else. We are going to be launching. Well, we do have a lot happening on the channel. We are going to be having Call of Cthulhu start very, very soon. We have just finished our City of Mists, and we're going to see if we can get some more City of Mists happening on the channel. We are also doing Extinction Cursed, either starting absolutely next week if we are able to. If not, I don't know. We'll have to speak with Lorian, or I'll figure something out. But that is coming really soon. That's been on the works for a long time. This is our cast group. We have a circus group, and it's going to be super fun. The overlay is amazing. Check out the session 0 to get an idea of what we're going to be doing and the kind of style that we're looking for. Tomorrow, we're finally going to have a TTRPG book club. I've got internet. Hopefully it doesn't disappear this week. It disappeared last weekend and was horrible, and I could access YouTube, and that was about it. YouTube, Discord, that was about it. We were almost a YouTube channel this week because we didn't have internet. But should have the TTRPG book club tomorrow with, I believe I'm looking at The Witcher. I know it sounds weird, but I've been looking at other games because The Witcher was supposed to be done weeks ago. But yes, that should be tomorrow. And we are going to be raiding Evandale, who are amazing. They've raided us as well, but with time changes and daylight savings, we can now raid them and say hello to them, be nice to them. They are amazing. Our raid messages: we come to share the love, our hearts are warm and fresh. If you're a member of the channel, spam the emotes. If you're not, just the first part's good enough. They are amazing, and please, as I said, share the love. But we've got our credits roll today. We have had different audio today. We've been using Syrinscape as well as Battle Bards and TTR.
Tabletop audio.
Yeah, tabletop audio. So supplementary to the audio for this section because it sounds cool. So thank you, everybody.
I particularly like the track called Existential Dread.
Gee, that sounds familiar.
That all sounds bad.
But we're loving it though.
We can have the grim music, and then we'll do our credits roll. So bye, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.